Hello.
Good evening, chat.
Oh,
And Brian, hello. We're running a little bit behind schedule today, but that's okay. We have chicken wings.
and a chicken. Wait, owl. Sorry. Different race. Hey, they both have wings, they both have beaks, they both have talons, and they both look damn good in leather armor.
Yes. Let's take a look at Funpad and find something interesting.
Indeed. Reminder for chat. Um, Next week, it's going to be a little weird. I'm thinking we're going to probably discuss possibly doing just a full roleplay thing next week because Brad is going to be off, but if we want to do like non-combative roleplay stuff, it's a suggestion that we had last week.
Yeah, next week there won't be any, like, super big plot developments as far as, like, the main story goes, to my knowledge, but there
Yeah.
will definitely be some interpersonal roleplay, I think, if we have a
Yes.
session at all.
If not, we may just record some shit because Angie and I are going to be in the same area as one another because I'll be on vacation in Colorado.
Yes. So, but in the meantime, all these chicken wings are so good.
Mm. I'm going to surprise Angie and Tess and Michael when we get to Colorado.
Well, don't say it on stream.
It's just going to do something about cookies.
I am excited. I wish I could go with you guys, but
Maybe next year.
maybe next year.
Instead we'll go to Colorado or Arizona.
Mm-hmm. Lavronis, hello. So, we're all running a little bit behind. We, yeah. People.
Yeah.
Yeah. Words are hard. I also just woke up, so that's why I was like, good evening. Because
Yes.
for some people, i.e., most people who live a normal sleep schedule, it's been at least several hours since they woke up. Meanwhile, me, just barely awake, trying to run a stream.
Very true.
I do want to mention again that the title theme does not have a name as of yet, but it was commissioned for us, for the group, for the Ghoulbusters campaign, and it is written, composed, and performed by Kevin O'Connell, which is Brian's uncle.
He also has a new CD out, apparently.
Does he?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, thank you, Kevin, once again for playing that music for us.
Yeah. I mean, we paid him and everything.
Mm-hmm.
He did a really good job. I mean, hell, he even gave us the sheet music for it. So, what did my mom send me of the name of it is? Hot New York Minutes. the Kevin O'Connell Quartet featuring Adam Brenner.
Ooh.
That's what the name of his album is that he just composed.
Laronis, why are you barely able to walk? Like, that's no bueno. What happened?
Would it be fun? Maybe injury. Maybe both.
If I know Laronis, they injured themselves dancing.
So fun.
Yes.
But not erroneous fun.
Get your mind out of the sewer and back up here in the gutter with the rest of us.
You saw what I posted up in general chat. Literally, the entire thing just like, Medusa, I'll defeat you with my eyes closed. Want to see my boobs? Fool! I won't be defeated, so you... My ass. Nice. Complete stone. And my entire thing is half the party would have already been insta-killed already.
You're too optimistic.
Well, I don't think Briar would have been swayed. And I think either Althea or Arena would have been a 50-50.
Laronis, 4 hours of straight dance events is definitely a point to fall apart.
Yes. Yeah, I stopped. I don't think I'll be on VR chat for any time soon.
Yeah, I understand.
I need to take a break from it.
Take a break from your face.
Yeah. On my skull. Kind of impossible. It's Angie.
Angie, hello.
How are you?
Pretty good. Better than a couple days ago. Definitely good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laronis, that's awesome that you finally got to dance the chateau, and that you got elbow trackers, but 4 hours straight is no bueno. Take breaks. Please. Please take breaks.
Right.
Also, hi Angie. I had my
Hi.
mouth full of curly fry when you joined, or I would have said something sooner. What was I gonna say? I had something lined up, and now I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
Brakes are not just for people without rocket launchers. Brakes are for everyone, and you need to learn this lesson or you're going to continue to fall apart. Ah! My Discord link in the profile does not work. Let's take a look at what you're talking about. Let's see. Oh, I need to fix that. That's incorrect. That is really, really incorrect. Oh boy. Jeez. Oh boy. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I know the one in the chat bot works, for sure. Let me fix that real quick. Hold on. Thank you for giving me something to do. because now I don't feel awkward. As long as I have things to do, I can usually talk and take care of business, but for some reason, when I'm just sitting there,
Excuse me.
Ah. Da-da-da.
table please. Frickin' stream mode preventing me from doing stuff. How dare. You're in my Discord, in my TikToks channel, ticking the talks.
Hey, Angie,
Yes.
what's your favorite type of cookie?
Peanut butter, I guess.
Okay.
All the cookies, but
And
yes.
my question is, have you ever been to Insomnia Cookies?
No, I have never heard of it.
Perfect.
Is this in my area?
Maybe.
Or are you okay? I get crumble sometimes.
Well, the reason why I say that is there's an Insomnia Cookies by me, and I have
Oh,
Insomnia Cookies.
cool.
And yeah. Let's see.
Alright, let's see. What time is our stream?
Okay.
Isn't it 19:30, I think.
8.
No, it's
So that's
8.
what time the
it's
stream
2000.
starts. Is
Oh yeah.
19:30.
Huh?
Okay. Save settings, please. Thank you. That ought to fix that. You kid, but ye going to get some food and lurk while you wait for laundry to be done? Nice. Meeting with
Okay.
Z and Perzal IRL tomorrow. Even better. That sounds very interesting.
Bless you.
So yeah, I may be sending cookies to you guys.
I think at this point they'll be here faster if you just bring them.
I don't know if I can though. That's the problem.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because some people probably at the TSA may be like, "Is there weed in those cookies?" I'm like, "Bitch, here's my receipt."
All right. Let's fix this too.
Oh, that's amazing. Apparently, there is an Insomnia Cookies that is in Denver, and it is right down the street from the International Church of Cannabis.
Oh my god,
That is
no.
perfect.
Of course they would put a cookie place next to a place like that.
They are open till 3 a.m.
Nice.
Dude, Insomnia Cookies is so fucking good.
Oh my god,
$10.
I didn't realize how freaking out of date my panels were.
Well, you got
Alright.
time now.
Let me fix this real quick.
Oh. Okay. So there they have mint cookies and cream, chocolate chunk, classic with M&Ms, double chocolate chunk, double chocolate mint,
Mhm.
gluten-free and vegan cookies. So if you need gluten-free or vegan, oatmeal raisin peanut butter chip. I just had one. They're awesome. Snickerdoodle, sugar, white chocolate macadamia, and then they also have s'mores, which is a deluxe cookie. So their deluxe cookies are twice the size and have more shit on them. So there's a salted caramel, a chocolate peanut butter cup, s'mores, and triple chocolate. They've also got Brookies, chocolate chip brownie, chocolate chunk blondie, and a loaded brownie. It's topped with cream cheese or buttercream frosting and caramel.
Okay.
Oh, yep, I know what I'm doing. I will be delivering cookies to the hotel. Fuck it.
Yeah. Does it
Brian.
change what they have every week like Crumble
No.
does?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brian,
No.
your uncle's name, is it one L or two L's?
O apostrophe capital C Onnell.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, those are there all the time, and they deliver until 3 a.m.
Also, if I order through Grubhub, I get $10 off. So bingo bango.
Bingo,
Hello,
bango,
Brad.
boingo. Hello, Brad.
Hey guys,
How are you?
Hey, how are you?
doing okay.
That's good.
That
sound
is the
somber.
wrong.
I have post-COVID fatigue.
Oh, yes. I'm familiar with that.
So, on the one hand, kind of bad. On the other hand, out of all the possible symptoms I could get for long COVID, being sleepy is not that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ability to taste is kind of a big thing.
Yeah, I
never
only
lost
kind of
that.
lost that for a few days.
Ooh,
I
yeah.
only lost my sense of smell, and it still comes and goes like 2 years later. No, a year and a half later, but it's inconsistent.
God dang it, why can't I find your uncle's YouTube link when I need it?
I have my house to myself.
You have your house to yourself? That's rare.
Yes, this hasn't happened in it's very rare.
Do you even know what to do in an empty house?
I've actually been doing more chores than I do when everybody's home. I don't know why. Very boring.
Amadeus says they have had a house to themselves for 18 years.
That's nice.
Good
Well,
on you.
yeah. It's
That's
different when you normally don't.
yeah. That's very true. If you normally don't have a house to yourself, then yeah, I can see that. That happens every now and again when my daughter's gone at her friend's house and my wife is gone at work, and it's like, what the fuck do I
Yeah.
do? Okay, time to game. Ah,
All right. All of the panels on my Twitch page should now have updated links, updated schedule. It should all be good. Should be good. So, except for that one thing. God dang it.
what?
I thought I was done, and I was not.
Ah. Hmm.
Okay.
Still
Did
need my
anybody pick
uncle's.
up any particular things in their level up that I need to check or address?
I'm sure you should be level 7, so nothing serious. Most of it is all class related skills. So next one, yes.
I don't think I picked up anything except for hit points. So
Yeah, I just got some spells.
I think yours is at 9 is when you get your next one. I'm not
Either
quite
9
sure.
or 7. I think it might be
Yeah.
7 where she gets the big, the mobility feature.
True.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Rosie, hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm here.
Oh, oh no, no, no.
I'm here.
Oh yeah, you get
I'm
the.
glad you're here.
Me too. Me too. Yes. Yes.
You might have to text me about whatever you're not saying sometime later.
I'm over here and I'm like, am I not sounding what's that word? What's that word? Convincing.
Yeah.
You sound like something's up.
Mm,
I'm okay.
that's good.
It's been a day. It's just been a day.
Yeah, I
Mm.
understand that.
Oh,
So-
Ashley, you get your martial archetype at 7th, which means that when you make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attacks from that creature until starting your next turn.
Yes.
So that's all you get.
Also, chat. We have some new official art for Althea that just got finished today.
Yes.
Yes, and I want to show it to you.
Are you looking for water? Go. Get some water.
I have
Oh.
my little herb all to myself.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. And I guess Brandon's gonna be late.
Yes, Brandon will be late
Okay.
today, but here is the art. Look at this.
Yes.
Every single detail was thoroughly curated, designed.
Yeah.
Like it is. I'm
pumped.
very happy with Reich for doing this.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. Thank you so much because it looks so good.
Yes.
Up, Jeff.
I am gonna get another one because his art was of Saya, so I'm gonna get one of Briar like next month.
Yes. Also, hello, Jeff.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Pretty good.
Fantastic. I swear I'm still trying to come off as convincing you guys. I can't.
Oh, Rosie.
Tess, thank you so much for the 10 months of Prime subscription. That means
Ooh.
ad-free viewing for you. Thank you so much.
Cool.
I'm gonna tell you all now. I'm incredibly hungover.
Oh no.
We successfully launched our rocket last night. The first rocket that is 85% mass, completely 3D printed. It was our first rocket for our company. We launched it last night.
Hell yeah.
And
I saw that.
man, we got wild. So I'm like,
I thought your
I'm-
company was like something else other than building rockets. I feel like I should be talking to a different player who should be telling me, "Hey, we built a 3D printed rocket and shot it off."
I mean,
You know, was this a company project or was this something you guys did because you were bored and used company funds and materials to make a rocket that you then
Yeah.
shot off of the company's roof?
just Jeff in the background paying people off with cookies, going, "I bet we can make a rocket. I bet we can do this." Yeah, it's wild. I mean, I didn't make the rocket. I was the person
It
supporting the people
wasn't
making the
me.
rocket. Yeah, but it was cool. I mean, it was amazing. Like first launch, the whole building filled up with people. It got pretty crazy, and then we broke out the champagne. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be a long night. Um, so my voice came back. I rested it, drank some tea, but I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
I
Well,
got job security.
congratulations.
We're good. Let's do this. It's D&D. Let's go.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi,
Hello.
Brandon, the
Hey.
actual rocket scientist.
The actual
Yeah.
rocket guy. He can tell you what my
Brandon, did you
rocket's doing.
build a rocket and shoot it for your company this week? Because if not, you're behind Jeff.
Damn.
I built 5 rockets for my company over the last several years.
Damn.
Today we did a bunch of injector testing on a newfangled type of rocket called rotating detonating rocket engine.
Ooh.
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 So is that like a delayed charge in order for it to actually consume less fuel?
It's a way of doing a controlled detonation
Yeah.
in a way that gets a little more energy out of the chemical bonds.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Anything to get out of the Earth's atmosphere without having to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on rocket fuel is good.
The rocket fuel's the cheap part.
Yeah.
That
That's
is
why our
really the cheap part.
the whole
Yeah.
3D, the whole
Especially
3D
companies
printing.
like Relativity that use methane and oxygen.
Yeah. We don't even use normal. We use methane, oxygen, and we're 3D printing. That's why we're supposed to be like the affordable version.
Yeah,
Of,
I don't know how you get affordable with 3D printing, but that's
that's a whole other thing.
All right, so it is now 3 minutes after time, and I don't know about you guys, but I think the gang's all here, and we're ready to play some D&D. What do you think?
Let's do this.
Hell yes. This is the one
Yes.
thing I don't have to sound persuasive about. I mean it. Let's go.
All right, so ordinarily we do have a recorded recap that's done before the session. Sometimes we have this thing called life that gets in the way. This week it was Brad's turn, and unfortunately life did get in the way, so Brad, you're up for recap.
Yeah, sometimes I just don't have the energy to record it, hear that I fucked it up, and keep doing it over and over again until I get it right.
Mm.
And some days I just don't have the teleworking day on that week, so I have time to sit in an empty room where it's quiet. So we'll just do this one live. Oh, hello there, travelers. 'Tis I, Captain Skjor Skullsplitter, Reaver Tear of the Nearer Straits. Or at least I was. Till a bunch of ne'er-do-well adventurers come roving right up into my cove. 2 of them came flying in. One of them looked like a bat out of hell, the other one riding some sort of ghoulish monster that looked like a giant bee. They attacked my forward scouts. They fought bravely, they did. They were no match for these cunning people who came in, slaughtered them to a man, and then ate one of my giant boars. And then after that, could you believe they broke into my home, ransacked it, murdered several more people, and then chased me out. But I fought on bravely as the noble captain that I am. That's right, yes. Talked down till I was the last man standing, and then I issued forth a tactical retreat. Once I did that, but one of them, this she-devil with pink hair and blades in her skirts, chased me all the way to my boat, and then she set it ablaze, daring that neither of us would escape. Oh, but I kept my wits about me, and soon enough the entire boat was up in flames, and it collapsed, and we both fell into the water. Ah, the she-devil wasn't prepared for me. All good pirates know how to swim well, even if they're in armor. Skill she evidently did not have. So I escaped, pushing my heavy blade onto her to weigh her down and watching her sink down into the briny deep below. She eventually got out. Wasn't under the water maybe more than a minute, but I guarantee you to her it felt more like an hour. So now that I've escaped out from this, it seems these adventurers have headed off to the other side of the island. the pirate city, Leviathan. We'll have to see what happens to them now.
Yes, quite right.
It did feel like an hour.
Loved it.
One last thing before we get truly started, chat. I know there's a lot of new people here today, so I do want to go ahead and say, no backseating, no spoilers, and keep in mind that during the session proper, the only way to interact with us is through the chat, and we will only be interacting with you through the chat. We will not be talking to the chat. We won't be, yeah, so it'll just be through the chat.
And I want to know who in the chat has spoilers and if they could send them to me.
Wait, somebody has spoilers?
Apparently.
That's news to me.
Okay. One quick bit of questioning we got. I know I've kind of screwed things up because I'm not going to be available next week.
It's okay.
Angie and Brian, what is your guys' status on getting and you guys meeting up? Is it possible to play next Wednesday?
No, I'll actually be on a
Brian's
flight.
gonna be on a plane.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I figured that you're probably getting in on Wednesday. Was what I figured out. So
I get in late at like 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out if maybe we could move it like that. We could kind of get it to make maybe work. But...
Yeah, it's not a problem. Like I figured we would
It's
probably
okay.
do like a full role play session next week.
Yeah.
And I'll just see if somebody can record it.
I mean, we'll be streaming it, so.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
DM was stream, huh?
Yeah.
That's,
okay then.
Wow.
Let's go ahead and get started.
Yay.
Now recording.
It's
Hello,
the
Craig.
Bear Bot.
Hello.
Hi, Bearbot.
All right, you guys have successfully dealt with the Reavers over here on Smuggler's Isle. Made your way out of the cove and having an afternoon's walk after getting yourselves dried off and change back into some clean clothes. Make your way over to the pirate city of Leviathan, the grandest port city that ever has been.
Oh, that is really up close. Hold on. That is really hard to decipher. What am I looking at, Brad?
This is Leviathan, a giant city that has been built out of the side of a port that was constructed upon several different broken down pirate ships, and it was just constantly built out further and further. There's obviously, as you look at it, a lot of very careful use of magic in order to stretch and to make sure that the architecture of this actually holds itself together.
It's a boat made of boats made of more boats.
So is it like a big flotilla?
It's basically a big flotilla, yes.
It's a
Cool.
boatception.
And it's actually in the shape of a boat. I finally see it now. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
It's a
This is the first time
boatception.
I've had the
Gotta
map
relax
out
your
wide enough
eyes.
where I could see that, oh yeah, Leviathan actually kind of also still does retain the basic shape of a boat.
Cool.
Except this one, there's not a bunch of it's not Mass Effect.
Poop City.
I feel like
I
Soraya
know-
definitely played a role in some of that.
Oh, that was funny. She did.
I don't know.
Soraya
about-
definitely has some notoriety here.
Mm.
I'm sure.
So Ari and Briar should know of it.
They probably know it only by reputation and just, the great stories told by Soraya.
Yep.
All right, so what's next?
You guys arrive out to Leviathan. What do you do next?
Where do we come in from?
I think the way we look at it here is how it faces out to sea. So, this corner out here is the ocean still. So I guess you would come in probably over here in the back towards the mast hearth, or maybe over not on the Rigbala. That makes sense. So yeah, probably over here or over on the afterwards, kind of where the entrances to the section are.
Okay.
Interesting.
So, I think we got some loot, didn't we? Do we need to go find places to sell some of it?
I think that'd probably be good.
Think so.
Is there anything we need to buy? I have money if we
Good.
need it.
Oddity treasure.
Okay, while you guys are figuring out that, excuse me. Arena has flew ahead of you guys to get over to the city. She arrives about 3 hours or so ahead of you. Arena, what do you do when you reach the city?
Arena is right now, after dealing with the whole situation of really coming to the grips that she's really alone right now. Doesn't have anyone to call upon or anything like that. She'll go back to her thing that really kind of gives her solace, which is usually playing. And she'll probably find a decent, like, sized tavern, and she'll just kind of sit in the corner and kind of tune her lute and take a drink.
Cool. Give me a performance check.
Sure. Let's hope it's not terrible. Hey, not bad.
18. You get a couple of pirates that are kind of tapping their foot along with you as you're just not really playing any major songs. You're just kind of stringing a few notes here and there together, just, kind of finding that meditation spot into it.
Mhm.
As you're sitting there, somebody sets down a mug onto your little table and pulls up the stool across from you.
She's still kind of looking down and just goes, "All right, I'm not looking for a nightstand. All right, I'm just kind of willing to be by myself if that's fine with you. Sorry."
Oh, darling, I wasn't hoping to interrupt you. I just wanted to be a little bit closer to that sweet, sweet music.
I've heard that before. As I
Well,
look up, and who do I see?
you look up and you see the Knight Rider, George Reynolds.
Oh,
No
I knew it. I knew it. I
way.
heard the voice and I started choking over here.
Everyone
I
knows
recognized him immediately.
George
Sorry, it was
fucking
George.
Reynolds,
Arena has
Playing the wrong character now.
Arena has no idea who this is.
Oh my god.
She just kind of looks and just goes, "I'm guessing you're not here to listen to my songs, most likely."
Oh, on the contrary, darling, I'm all about that. I'm not on business right now. I'm just finding the local ambiance, waiting for my next ship, and do so rarely get to hear some good music. I apologize. I don't mean to intrude upon you. It's just hard to hear those tender little notes across the way. It's a rowdy bunch in here.
I appreciate that. It makes it really good when you don't have to worry about a pick. And she kind of like does a finger thing with her talons on her fingers and just goes, makes it really easy to go ahead and do your proper notes. Oh, that's why you're here.
Like I said, just passing through, waiting to catch another boat to head out on the next way of the trail.
Hmm.
What
That's
about you,
good.
darling? What brings you to this collection of motley mortality?
Considering the fact that, well, kind of by myself now, and dealing with things as they are. You know, family doesn't have the chance to be able to rely on anymore, and problems just seem to keep on fucking arising. A shit will come down and feed her a mouse.
See, he kind of chuckles a little bit at that. Oh, that's a bit rough. can't say myself that I've been alone in quite some time now. And he takes a swig of his beer, and your passive is 21,
25.
25. Why do I even ask?
Jeez.
Yeah, there's no
Your
point in
passive is clearly high enough that when he takes a drink, his sleeve slips down just a little bit, and you see a very familiar bracelet on his wrist. Not a one-to-one recreation, but definitely the same style that Ari now wears on his wrist.
Mm.
oh.
Mm.
Arena will take notice of that, but she's not really going to say a whole lot about
Mhm.
it. She doesn't know this guy. She's dealt with sailors before, and the more you loose lips sink ships is her
I would say,
ideology.
give me an insight check for Marina.
Sure. Yes.
16. Well, you don't know about the reputation of George Reynolds. You do immediately clock as you're looking at it. This guy is clearly not a sailor. Everything about his gear, his countenance is like, no, he looks like an adventurer, basically, or a land lover.
Yeah.
A lamb
She-
lover.
She
Mhm.
kind of like quickly looks up and down and just goes, I'm guessing you're not exactly seaworthy, is that right?
No, not too big upon the whole sea thing. About the only way you can travel unless you got the money for one of them fancy sky ships. And well, you don't get rich by spending all your money on frivolity.
As she kind of like shuffles her rings a bit, just goes, kind of wish I had one of these, no, huh?
You see him casting a praising eye over your rings. Oh, some mighty fan.
Mm.
Why drive when you can be driven?
Mm. But sometimes it's good to feel the wind in your hair or feathers or fur or whatever you're flying with. Perspective is always a good thing.
I could see where that might be a bit advantageous.
Exactly.
I mean,
Especially,
give me a nice sturdy horse, wind in my hair. I think that's
should,
about as close to heaven as I'll ever get.
should probably get yourself a flying horse. That way you can do both.
You see, he kind of nods his head and like ponders that. And goes, that might not be a bad idea. I heard about this land way to the far east called Thalia. Maybe they got themselves some of them flying horses. Maybe I'll go take a head out there sometime. See if I can't find me one of them.
Um, would Arena have heard of like Pegasi and everything?
Roll me a history check.
Sure. 13.
Only in passing.
Yeah. She's like, well, I've heard myths of a thing called a Pegasus. I mean, it's not exactly a myth until it's been proven wrong. So it's more along the lines of hearsay, and hearsay can always be proven. So I'd suggest looking into that.
Well, in fact, Pegasi are quite a real deal. In fact, as I said, that land over off to the east, the Leah, they got whole herds of them Pegasi that are just out there roaming free as nature intended.
Yeah, find yourself something that actually works alongside the coat. Might as well go ahead and have the carpet match the drapes if it would.
Something to think on. Something to think on.
She kind of like raises her glass a bit and just goes, toast to you there, not sailor.
And here's to you, little Miss Musician. Not so alone right now.
Company's always good for certain times, even if it's in short supply. Take care of yourself now, alright?
You too. And he finishes his drink, and with the tip of his hat, he leaves your table.
She gives a nice nod and goes back to tuning her lute.
Cool. We're gonna jump away from that to a little bit later on when the rest of you arrive in town.
Briar comes in kind of reluctantly.
Yeah.
Just, sticking close to everybody.
Arabella's kind of encouraging her. Come on, come on.
I am not 2.
Yes, but you're hesitating on coming in. So come on, let's go.
Where are we going?
Rena will put her wing up. Hi, it's over here. Come on.
Also, those of you who are looking at the map, if you look over here, you can see the scale of Leviathan compared to a normal pirate ship.
Jesus.
Yeah. But
That's, motherfucker has
That's
an
a
entire
big
forest.
ass boat.
where are we going?
Assume
Well-
you're somewhere over in Mastarth, where the majority of the not inns but the taverns are. Even though it would not surprise me if there was a tavern on every street of this city.
No, that was something Briar was asking Arabella.
Okay.
I think we're just going over there where Erin is, and she's waving us down anyway.
Okay. I will wave back towards her.
Althea will kind of fall back in step with Ari and say, "Hey, how are you holding up?"
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? You looked rather drowned earlier.
I'm fine, thank you. So, I guess things are different now between you and Arabella, huh?
Or have we just realized what they always were? I'm not sure.
Fair point.
But yeah, no, yeah. So many things. So how are you doing with I mean, your friend just went away. How are you doing with that?
Out of character, I'm not recalling what you're referring to.
I'm
Saya.
referring to Saya.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank you. Thank you very much.
I feel missed.
I mean, I
As
know
you
it's been 3
should.
weeks now, but you know.
Look, it's no secret I have Swiss cheese for a brain. So, Althea kind of looks down as they're walking and back up. I miss her, but I think I understand why she did it. Now, obviously I can't protect her if I don't know where she is, but maybe along the way we can keep an eye out for other changelings and make sure that they're okay.
Yeah, definitely.
What about your friend there on your wrist?
To Lusimir. Well, last message. So she's looking to get in contact with her friends back in some faraway land. Yeah, gave message sent. So while you and Arabella were doing whatever in the last city, um, I had sent out a letter and actually got in contact with my aunt Soraya, and yeah, she sent out messages with all of her ships now. I also got in contact with my dad, and he's been looking into how to find these people. And the last thing I got was that he'd be really helpful if he could get something more than just their names. So like a picture or something. So hopefully she's looking at drawing up some sketches or something to help him. And then he also said something about he thinks he may have found a way to get to one of the cities where one of the people supposedly is.
Oh? Which
So I'm not
city
sure
is that?
exact details, but yeah, like I think Waterdeep. Yeah, that's it, Waterdeep. Yeah, I think he may have a way to get to Waterdeep.
Well,
But I think he's doing more research and sort of waffling a little bit because I don't think it's 100% certain, and he's not. It's been a few years since he's done an adventure, so you know.
well, here's to your father's good fortune on your friend's behalf.
Indeed, indeed.
I really want to say that Ari would get a response back and be very confused about it, and say that unfortunately for him, his grandfather got his letter and opened it instead of his father. Fear not, grandson, for in the coming 100 years that you have been missing, I have been endeavoring to prepare the scrying spells which will be required to send all of this information to exactly who it must go to.
Why does this sound strangely like Zephyros?
It does a little bit.
I haven't done Ari's grandfather in quite some time.
It's been like a year and a half.
But it did sound sort of like Zephyros even then. So yeah.
It's
I only have so many voices, so it doesn't surprise me there's overlap.
All right, so we enter the tavern.
In a tavern, you get flagged down by Arena. Probably most noticeable to Althea and Arabella would be the numerous pirates just eyeing you two up.
Is it because
I had something I was gonna say, and I'm just gonna hold off.
Any halflings around that I can see?
Yeah, does anyone eye up Brian?
None that she can see.
Fernwood somewhere that
Just
we are?
because you can't see over the tables.
Okay, fair enough. I can't.
nor hair nor hide of a small halfling with a ponytail.
Rosie, you gotta stop dying on Mike.
I'm okay now.
Are you sure?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Wondered about that. Fuck, that was funny.
When
Right.
when we
So-
walk in, Joyblade will kind of glance around at this place as he walks towards Arena, and he'll say, this place seems pretty shifty. I like it. It's a good choice.
It's
Are
it's
you?
Pirate Town. It's gonna be
It-
shifty regardless of where we go.
Yeah, this feels. I like it. Everyone seems like they're a bit shady. It's right up my alley. Are you? Is this your instrument you have here?
Yeah, as she kind of like runs her fingers across the bridge and she just goes, "It was my mum's. It's one of the few things I got left of her."
Very sentimental. I didn't know you played. That's wonderful.
I-
It's a great way to keep her memory alive.
Yeah, apparently my mom played a lot. She was a great singer. She mostly played inside because the fact that she couldn't really go outside. She had a skin disease. It caused her feathers to molt all the time. But Dad really did a good job of trying to keep her safe. Take care of her. Even though despite it, she loved him. And him to her. And this was commissioned by my grandfather, apparently. For the wedding.
You do her a great honor by playing still and keeping her memory, and Joyblade will kind of dig through his pack and pull out a flute that looks suspiciously like a dagger as well because it goes with his ensemble, and he'll go
It's just a shiv flute.
Yeah, it's there's not
God.
really anything emotional tied to this. I actually commissioned it to look like a dagger because I thought it would be cool. It sort of interrupts the ability to play, but if you'd ever like to play sometime, I'd be more than happy to play alongside you. It's not my favorite thing to do, but I can carry a tune a bit.
I mean, you willing to give me a little bit of inspiration? Then maybe we could wow this fucking crowd.
I would love to, and he'll pat you on the back, and then if we glance around, is there like a decent spot for us to the two of us to sit, Brad, and play to try to drum up some gold in here?
Yeah, there's a little raised platform in the back.
Okay, I'll pat Irina on the back, and I'll give you bardic inspiration, and I'll walk over with my flute. If you
Cool.
want to do a little.
Yeah, let's do that. Do you want us to roll separately, or do you want us to roll one helping the other with advantage?
Let's do it.
One was getting the advantage from the other.
I'm gonna give you the advantage on there
Okay.
because you got a higher charisma than me.
Okay. Advantage. Where is it? There we go. Performance. 27.
Fuck yeah.
27. The two of you rip off into a song. Arena, you're following along with what the setup that Joyblade gives to you, and you get the whole crowd chanting and cheering and clapping their hands as the two of you finish a performance that just, yeah, you have the entire tavern group just like listening to everything you guys play.
It's just a riff on Freebird. That's what we're
Yeah.
playing.
It'd be actually more of like a Scottish or Irish like ballad. Like
Oh, I was about to chime in, but now it's just perfect. Can Althea chime in with her bagpipes?
Yes. Give me a
Yes.
performance check to get you in.
and Shay is fucking grooving in front.
Yes,
Oh, fuck, yeah.
24.
24, maybe. We've gone from Freebird and we are segueing into Stairway to Heaven. We're hitting the classics, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Several
definitely
pirates have lit torches and are holding them aloft, just swaying with the music.
Yeah, it's Shay's just fucking grooving in the front and just like
Ar-
hyping
Ari-
everybody up.
Ari has his sword glowing and swinging it back and forth above his head.
Arabella's just standing in the background, all smitten, watching it, but she's avoiding all of the light because light.
Too much light.
Briar's
Amazing.
back there by Arabella.
Briar's crowd
Quietly
surfing.
No, she's not.
She wasn't trying to crowd surf, somebody just picked her up and now she just can't make her way back.
It's too crowded.
Mm. Yeah. As they finish, she kind of like puts her wings around the both of you and just goes, "Oh, I hope you're able to go ahead and actually find my fucking dad. This is gonna be the one thing that I want to go ahead and show him. The fact that we can actually hold a fucking tune together.
We'll find him.
I know you will. I hope." Yeah,
The
we'll be
three of
fine.
you hear one of the pirates shout out, "Hey, I recognize that song. They played that song at the circus, didn't they?"
Uh-oh.
I will turn and go, you referring to Dagon's Dreamland Circus, and you're absolutely right.
That's the one. Wait, were you the one that was on the wheel spinning around and then that other girl was throwing knives at you?
Oh yeah, that's me. And I'll pull my collar away from my neck, and you'll see there's a nice little scar there from where she got me. Yeah, you were there at that show. That's wonderful. Yeah, that was me on the spinning thing. You know, I'm a team player. Put me in wherever you need.
Oh yeah, that was a great show, man. It was a great show. Can I buy you a drink?
Absolutely. All three of us, you said, right? And I'll just gesture for Althea.
Yeah.
Arena.
I'll be paid for our services.
Yeah. Come on over. Let's have a drink. Oh, I gotta tell you, man. That circus show was the most amazing circus show I'd ever seen. And that was after we'd been at sea for like 4 months, so maybe that colored my perception. But damn it, was that the pinnacle of showmanship?
Thank you. We do aim for when people are at their lowest to really get the most out of the performance. So that's right up our alley. Have you seen them come through at all recently? I actually stepped away from our little troop for a bit, and I've been trying to pick up their trail, but I haven't been able to find them, I'm afraid.
Don't think they didn't pass through here recently. But oh no, wait, I think they might have passed through. Are you Joyblade?
And he'll give him the finger guns and a wink. That's me.
Ah, yeah, that's great. Yeah. There was someone who left a message for you.
Althea gets tense.
Out of character I am, but in character. Oh, and what was the message?
You see his eyes just suddenly the pupils expand extremely far till the entire part that you can see is just black.
Fuck.
Fuck.
And you hear Dr. Drum's voice come out of his mouth.
Oh, yep.
There you are, Subject 13. I've had a devil of a time finding you.
It's this guy.
I'm finding that hard to believe when I dress and look this way and announce my wherever I am. Well, you found me, and now what, Doctor?
Well, you say it shouldn't be hard. Truth of the matter is, for some reason I can't scry you anymore.
Well, isn't that strange? That sounds like an inconvenience for you.
A minor one, to be sure, but now that I know you're here, Leviathan, Jaeger will be by shortly to come collect you, Subject 13.
I'll
Okay.
kind of reach out and just kind of straightening this guy's shirt out, like creasing the edges. And who is this thing that you're possessing? This person, who is this to you?
This person? No one of importance. Just
No.
a little bug we put in his ear when he passed the report.
I really don't like you, Doctor. I'm going to be here. Send your hound. Release this person, though. There's no need to control someone like this.
Of course, I've already gotten. I'll see you soon. And you see his eyes, pupils go back to their normal bit. Oh, yes, it was something here. The young lady who was doing the knife throwing wrote this on a napkin for me.
I'll reach out and take the napkin. What does it say?
It's written in Carney code,
Mm-hmm.
along with a lipstick pattern on the end of it. Tells you they expect to be in Holdremos for the next month.
Okay. I'll pat the guy on the back and I'll pocket it and say, you should really be mindful of who you end up alone with. We don't need the drinks. Thanks anyways. And I'll turn around to Arena and Althea and go,
Yeah.
we should tell the rest of the group.
Indeed.
Someone's on their way here. Althea, you remember the
I
guy that
remember,
literally
don't
punched me
worry.
into oblivion? Yeah, he's coming.
Alright. Let's at least get out of an area that's gonna avoid us either attracting attention or at least have enough distance for us to be able to deal with shit.
I'd say
Smart.
let's go to the square and hurry up and get this fight out of the way.
Yeah, that would be good.
I'll go back to the group and fill the rest of them in on what's going on, and I'll get Briar, probably Arena. I didn't realize Arena and Briar weren't there. I'll get both of you caught up to speed on what it is and inform the rest of the group of what's
I
going
mean,
down.
Arabella.
Oh no, Arabella. Briar wasn't
and-
there.
Arabella.
Yeah,
Did
Briar
I?
and Arabella were not over there with you.
Okay,
Ari
that's
as
right.
well.
that's right. Okay, basically only Althea. Look, this is what's happening, and everyone's caught up to speed. And then yeah, wherever. I like the idea of the square, but I'll follow the lead of the group on where we should go with our more tactful players.
Like I said, I think we should go to the square and hurry up and get this fight out of the way while we still have enough space and lack of traffic to safely do so.
Should we? I could be staying in the square as bait, and the rest of you can kind of be hiding around for when this Jaeger makes its inevitable move on me, and then we can spring the trap, and you all jump on him.
I don't think that's gonna work.
I
don't like
prefer
that
to
idea.
I would prefer to just
Are we
stand up
all
to
together
'em.
now?
Yeah, we're back together.
Okay.
Sounded-
Briar says, I'd like to go to the woods. I noticed there's a forest here. That's where I'd be strongest.
I mean, she
What are we
makes a good
doing?
point. Apparently killing someone who's been after them.
Someone-
I don't know who this fucking person is.
Oh, you did say you fill us in, so
I'll
never
fill you
mind.
in, yeah. So you're saying you don't want to go to Poop City? That's not the part of the Leviathan you want to go to? Because that's an
Uh,
actual place. We can stage Poop City. I'm just saying, I want to at least make a trip to Poop City.
I didn't even
Well,
register.
Joy
We're
Blade
working on it.
just
We'll
wants
get
to go there to get the T-shirt that says "I've been to Poop
I've been to
City."
Poop City. No.
We can do that after we take care of this this
Okay.
whatever.
We
Let's go to
celebrate
the,
by
let's-
getting.
Why don't we go to the Sternwood and let him catch up to us there?
Okay.
it seems like there might be less of a crowd and fewer people to get hurt.
I true. Also, you wouldn't have to worry about getting merchandise that says "I killed the guy in Poop City."
I mean, I'd like to celebrate by getting a Poop City shirt if we can take care of this. That would be
I
pretty
mean,
great.
yeah, that's definitely understandable. Like, or maybe even a little keychain or something.
So I could.
This is like that time when Violent Efficiency was getting custom jackets.
Yeah. That was one of my favorite parts of it too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, I'm just imagining like a little keychain at the end of my dagger that says "I heart Poop City" every time I throw it at somebody. Just gives a little jingle. All right. The Sternwood seems like a good option. I mean, this thing last time it knew where I was and it's been hunting me. They know I'm here, so I think it'll be easy for them to find me. Do we want to strategize about how we do this, or are we just fighting this guy head on?
I'm going to
We have
stand
to-
right next to you. It sounds to me like Althea wants to just stand right next to you too, and
Yep.
Okay.
No pressure, but I think if it kills you or takes you, the Margrave is doomed. So we can't let it take you.
All right. So, staying close to Joyblade. Got it. Mhm.
We got this.
If
I
it's the
could be
same
wrong, but I
Jaeger
don't
from,
feel
What'd you say, Rosie?
Sorry, what?
if it's the same Jaeger from the hospital, then a little strategizing might come in handy.
We hit him
What do we
hard.
know about it?
I hit him with my great sword, and as soon as I do, I light it up like what? Like a lighthouse.
Oh my god.
Appropriate for being at a ship. I
I,
light him up like a lighthouse.
Mhm.
I just have this visual in my head of this undead monster with a sword sticking out of his stomach, and his mouth and eyes are emanating light.
Blinking.
Hey, let's be careful about the word undead, okay?
Okay.
Alright.
Stern, where do we go?
Alright. I'll find somewhere to high up.
Cool. You guys make your way out into the Sternwood. Kind of similar to Central Park in New York. It's very big, spacious amount of wooded area out here, but it's so large, and the trees here are enormous. So it's very easy for you guys to find. Kind of a nice, secluded section away from you think where anybody else might interfere.
Yeah, Briar is immediately a lot happier in here.
Shay is actually going to be right on Joyblade's shoulder until he starts to get attacked, and then she's going to be right next to him.
Not.
Any other preparations anyone wants to make?
Althea is going to light her sword on fire and stand ready.
So technically it says I can't cast spells in wild shape,
This is true.
but my stinger, like, I don't, yeah. So I guess I'm not getting my stinger.
You can't cast spells in wild shape. I don't know if you're able to hold concentration spells in wild shape yet or not. That's like a circle of the moon trick.
Yeah. Let me see if I have anything cool I should do before we start. How long does that last? Nope.
No.
Most of this I think
Jeremy
I need to wait.
Crawford. Using Wild Shape does not interrupt your concentration on a spell. So yes, Guardian of Nature is not stopped by Wild Shape or any other concentration spell. I just had to look because that is a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it can be done. But I couldn't remember if it was like a particular Circle of the Moon trick with it, because they have the buffed up Wild Shape.
Yeah. I guess it's you have to cast it and then you go into Wild Shape.
Yeah.
But you can't cast spells while you're in Wild Shape. But you can concentrate, so that's good.
Mhm.
Hey, Pog, that's great. Cast whole person, turn into a fly.
Just zip around. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay,
it
so
worked for Lazarus.
I was gonna suggest there are some places I can maybe make things thorny to slow something down if you all don't run into it. She looks over at Althea.
What?
And one last thing I would like to do is I would like to use my 7th level spell thing for primal warding. And I'd like to place a trap down. Right in
Okay.
front of Joyblade.
Joyblade, as soon as you see this person, tap me in this way so that I can cast a bless spell, and myself, you, and Althea will be the 3 that I'm going to target with a bless spell.
Perfect.
Everyone that is in the current party is going to be unaffected by this spell, or by this effect. So if it goes off, no one's going to get affected.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Ashley.
Do you remember what season Althea is? Is it summer or
What's-
spring?
That you were born under or that you were raised under?
Whichever one would affect my face step.
I believe you were born under spring, and you are raised as a winter.
Do I get to choose between the two of those?
Yeah, you can choose between 2 of those.
Okay. I'll choose spring.
Let me know when you guys are all done with your preparation.
Most everything I have lasts like 10 minutes or something, and I don't want to use it yet in case it gets
If you just want
wasted.
to set it up for that, I'll waive the durations right now because we're setting up for traps.
Yep.
Okay.
And Arena is going to hide.
Do I want to concentrate on spike growth or on a fly spell that I could cast on Joyblade?
Spike growth, please.
Spike growth. I think I'm gonna
Then let's
prep
get in a defensible position where there's a choke point he'll have to pass through.
Levitt.
Yep.
And as soon as Ari, actually the same thing, when I tap Ari for him to cast Bless, I'm gonna very quickly, because Althea is right next to me, right? Is that what you said, Ashley?
Yes.
I'm gonna tap your shoulder and I'm gonna cast Haste on you as soon as we start.
Fuck yes. I'm sorry. Althea will actually probably be in front of you.
Okay, so then like wherever you are, I'm just gonna be like within distance so I can cast it, and then we're good to go.
Cool. We all set?
Yep.
All right. You're all set. You stand here at this choke point between 2 very large trees, knowing that the hunter will have to come close through this straight line towards you. And
Unless he can fly.
unless he can fly, or unless monks have step of the wind.
Bum bum bum.
And soon enough, fog begins to descend around this section of the woods. Unnaturally cold as it is, as it breathes in and it kind of covers over your feet almost up to your knees. The air gets cold enough that you can begin to see your breath. And there at the edge of the woods stands the hunter known as Jaeger. Big, thick cloak wrapped around him, covering up his body, making you unable to see where his hands are positioned. Plague Doctor's mask, staring you down without any emotion. The little bit of cobalt blue glowing from the eyes and the little parts over on the side of the mouth where the filters are. And it just stands there at the end and stares down at you. Ascalon.
I will remain quiet and then look to each one of my companions before saying anything and then yell out back to him, I don't respond to that name.
Ba, 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 ba.
How far did you say he is from us, Brad?
30 feet.
I'm gonna give him the extend my hand and beckon him. Come on.
I believe that's the
That's the
bless.
Yeah.
You didn't actually tap
Yeah,
me,
your guys' prepared actions go off. The blast gets cast from Ari. Joyblade hits Althea with haste. Which does haste give a bonus to initiatives? I don't think so.
Let me drop it in the
think so.
chat. I don't think so, but she does get a bonus to AC and stuff.
AC and stuff, yeah.
I get a bonus to AC?
Yeah, plus
Plus
2 to
two.
AC.
Plus 2 AC, advantage on all deck saves, and of course the extra action. Yeah, nothing of that.
Nice.
Oh,
you
you put Avon, by the way, up there, not Arena.
Oh,
Avon's
yeah,
on the turn
Avon.
order.
Avon is over here on my sheet.
Avon's
I'm seeing an
around.
empty turn order. Do I need to refresh my page?
Oh, it's because I have Sai here too. I need to update.
Oh, yep.
1 second. I need Arena.
Like
And
you should
I-
make a section for retired characters.
I really do, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
It also doesn't help that I have, when I go under my sheet, it has 2 arenas.
2.
Yeah.
That was a pretty close initiative between the Jaeger and Althea.
And Althea, yeah. It's only off by 1.
Yeah.
They rolled a nat 20 on their initiative. What?
Yeah.
It happens.
Jeez.
Who are you gonna give the action point to, Brad?
Who am I going to give the action point to?
Just in case you were feeling generous.
I could use one.
I could use one.
Could you now? Could you really?
2.
Amongst action point turns into you getting clobbered in the chest.
The Jaeger moves forward about 10 feet, hits the spike growth on the ground, immediately stops and staggers as they are dealt the. It's 2 damage for every 5 feet you go, right?
It's a roll.
No.
Is it a roll?
It's like 2D. Sorry, I just tried to refresh because I still can't see the turn order.
I'm having to
But-
do the same.
I don't
and
see
it
the
didn't
turn
help.
order or a
It
map.
might be
or
because
anything.
I'm on a different page than you guys are.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the spell real quick. I'm sorry. Like growth or here.
Does the trap go off too for the primal warning?
I think it's
I don't think
2d4.
the warning goes off. Unless did the warning. How far out did the warning go?
10-foot radius.
Has not broken that range.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so it's 2d4, so it'll be 4 damage.
Okay, so tried to move in 5 feet and got stuck there. Stopped, confused. So the Jaeger took 4 damage there. And then we go to Althea's turn.
Refresh.
How far away is it?
20 feet.
Okay. And if I move into the spike growth, I take damage.
Unless you jump over it or something, yeah.
You've got blessed and advantage on dex saves if you have to try to do something like that to get over.
That is true.
And
But
boots
also-
of jumping.
And boots of jumping.
Still not
Boots of
sure I'm
jumping.
seeing the correct map or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't have you guys on the actual map for it yet.
Oh.
Okay.
Let's see. Willing creature. Bonus action. Okay. I think Althea's gonna look to Ari and say, "You can hit pretty hard, right?"
Yep.
And she pushes him in the chest as he teleports 20 feet to the Jaeger.
Okay.
And she's going to prepare an action to attack any threats that enter a 5-foot range between her or Joyblade.
Okay, cool. What ability are you using to toss Ari?
Face step.
Can you do that to another person?
When you reach third
When you use
level,
your face step, you can touch one willing creature within 5 feet of you. That creature then teleports instead of you, appearing in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of you.
I mean, if she's touching me, then I'm willing, so therefore I go, yeah.
you can hit really hard, right?
Huh?
Zoop.
I can see through time. Cool. Ari, his face step, it disappears in a spring of sakura blossoms. Joyblade, your turn.
Okay, I will for my bonus action, I will inspire who's coming up, who didn't get blessed. Arena didn't get blessed. Arabella, who's after me? Oh, let me go, actually, let me
After
go
you
double
is
check.
Briar.
Okay, I will give inspiration to Arabella, and then for my action, now that Ari's over there, I will cast Dissonant Whispers at first level for this fucking guy. DC
Yes.
16.
Make him run away. That's definitely the answer.
Well, then Ari gets an attack of opportunity. Then he's got to come back and step in the fucking spike growth again eventually.
Succeeds on the save.
Yeah, sure as shit does. I will take a half step back and go, that's not good. And then I'll end my turn.
Briar.
Okay. I was just trying to choose what I was gonna do. Can I see? Bombardment of stings is a cone, and I don't think I want to do that right now. One. Sorry, I'm kind of lost without the map. I don't want to do that. That's concentration.
Do you have a bow?
I have ranged spells, but I want to do something cool. You know? Oh, wait, I can use my staff. That's cool. I'm just not thinking. I will use my Sting of the Hive against that guy. 16?
16 misses.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot else I can do right now.
Okay.
Well, I guess that's it.
Ari, you teleport right next to Jaeger.
Ari? Oh.
Hello.
25 and 3. What's that? 28. That's a hit.
And while we're at it, is this creature undead perchance?
They're not.
No. Okay. So 2d3, 8. Add a little smite to that, so 26 damage.
Uh-huh.
And 17.
17 hit.
And do I want to smite him? Yes. Yes, I do.
Extra 16 for an additional 28 and 3, so 31. 31, 26, 56, 57. That is a kill. Ari swings for
What?
2 huge swings with his great sword. Each of them give off this enormous flash of radiant light. You can all have that sensation, that smell in the air of burnt ozone as the Jaeger collapses down in front of you, the fog beginning to fade out.
Althea stays tense and says, "There's no
I'm
way
gonna
that's it.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
no
that
way
was
that's
too
it."
easy.
Arabella doesn't believe for a second that this is over.
Yeah. I'm keeping my spike growth, watching,
Reading and scanning.
waiting.
I am checking the fallen body, whatever, very closely for like something's not right here.
Roll me an investigation.
Okay, wait.
11. You go to check the body very carefully, pull the mask off, and underneath you see a beautiful young woman, red hair that was tucked up underneath the mask, bandages wrapped over her mouth.
I immediately tried laying on hands, healing. Like,
Oh no.
any chance she's not quite dead yet?
No, you threshold killed her.
Does she does she look familiar at all from like the people that we saw at the institute or anything like that?
If Joyblade would go over and look at her,
Would there be a way for me to get around the spike growth safely at this point?
I
Or
could drop it.
I'm gonna, oh god. I remember I told you it's a race between me and Brad to see who can fuck up Joyblade
Oh
more.
my god.
I'm gonna go check that out.
All right, I'll drop the spike growth.
I'm gonna go
Althea's
check
going
it
to
out.
stay right next to him the entire time.
Yeah,
So is
I'm coming
Arabella.
too.
Everyone's so worried. What's the problem? As I look down at this
Cool.
body, does she look familiar?
very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Who is it?
Joyblade sees his friend from the circus. The one with that cheerful smile that talked to you guys as she was tending to her lions and tigers. The big
Oh
show.
no.
I walked away from my computer, Brad. I'm going home. I'm out of here. The minute you
Done
said
yet,
red hair,
Jeff.
I knew it was her. I was like, we just fucking killed my friend. God damn it.
As you look and you like freak out for a moment and you move the cloak over to check her body, you see that her hands were bound behind her back. And there's a little bit of parchment tucked into the front of her shirt that was thankfully missed by the swings of Ari's blade.
I can try to bring her back.
I just like almost like Like he turns and acknowledges what you're saying. He immediately grabs like the paper to read it. What is it? What does it say?
There's no place like home.
Oh man. I'll read it and then almost like out loud say it too. Like I don't there's no place like home. I don't understand. What?
The circus.
So he's going for the but I don't
That's a actually I don't know if that's what Saya knows. Damn it. Briar just casts Revivify on Joyblade's friend.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it hasn't been a minute yet.
It has not been a minute.
Otherwise I wouldn't have tried.
It works. You immediately drop down to her, pull out a gemstone, put it on her chest, cast Revivify. The gemstone breaks off into dust, and she immediately starts to breathe again and starts like to thrash about in her bindings. Like sees Ari standing over her.
Okay,
Cut her
you're safe.
loose.
Yeah, I'm going. Yes, I will do that. Well, I will get her free, and Briar says it's okay. You're all right.
It's fucking all right. I can see my ribs.
I'll like reach out and like just gently kind of like squeeze her hand and go, "What happened? How did you end up like this? You need to fill us in."
Joyblade? It's foggy. Someone cast something on me. But there was this group of people that came to the circus. We just set up camp, and we just gotten things up. We weren't even open yet, but there's like 6 of them. Hands were like ice. Then there was screaming flashes of blue. And then the next thing I know, I'm looking up at all of you, and I think was I dead?
Briar cast Cure Wounds. In case you didn't see that.
Yes. Mostly. Listen, I'm gonna try something. I know you can't quite remember, but if you relax, I think I can try to pull those memories back and I can see them and we can
Mostly?
figure
What
out.
the fuck does mostly dead mean?
It was less than a minute, so there's a gray area there. Once we get past a minute, it gets really, really tricky. But you're here now, and we can figure out what they did and how they did it. If you relax, if you let me just sort of go through your memories a bit. I won't look at anything I'm not supposed to. If you just focus on that day and what happened, I'll just follow the thread. But you have to relax. If you fight me on it, it kind of makes it not work as well.
Roll me persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion. 29.
29.
Jeez.
Yeah, she trusts you enough that despite the circumstances, you could feel her relax and calm down.
Okay, I'll cast detect thoughts and I'll try to go deeper, but staying true to my word, I'll try to stick to what she's remembering and follow that thread and see what I can pick up.
Follow that thread. You see her tending to the animals. You see the 6 cloaked figures come in. Immediately pick out the front one who's leading them is Jaeger.
Mm-hmm.
The other one's strange. Skin not quite pale, but definitely very light tone. These weird blue veins that kind of spiderweb across their skin.
Before it's the Dark Link version of the entire party.
It's the reverse, yeah.
Briar just did a medicine check to see how her injuries look after I did some healing.
Pretty good after the cure.
Okay.
Is there anything in particular in her memory where I can piece together like what they did to get her in this state?
No, everything goes black once the shooting starts, basically.
Okay. And based on what Briar told us, these people look very similar to what she
Yeah, they
saw
would
during
they
the
would match
siege?
her descriptions of the Winter Warriors.
Okay. I will sit back and I'll look at the group and I'll say, I'm not sure why or how they're connected, but Briar, it sounds a lot like the people you fought at Zobek were the ones
She
that
nods.
targeted my friends. So I don't know if this is personal. I don't actually understand why they're all wrapped up together. I mean, it's probably Lady Stormrun if we're being honest, but can you get us back to the circus? I assume some of them might be in trouble too, and if it's because of me, I feel like we should go there to try to help them.
Well, the circus we just made camp in Holtermos.
All right. We'll go. We'll go. We're obligated to go. This is mostly on me. And
It's
I'll
not your fault.
It's not your fault.
But
You've got a wedding? Stop.
you're different from the others for some reason.
I
Because
agree.
none of them were the source that I was led to. I was led to you for some reason.
I agree with Arena. We do have a wedding to stop. Is this
Yeah,
circus on our way?
Oh.
Holdremos is north, isn't it?
Holtermos is part of the Northern Kingdoms. Yes.
It might actually be on our way towards Nordheim. Would this be a history check?
Yeah, I think it's either a history or a nature check for geography.
Yeah, they're both intelligence, which I'm
Ooh, yikes.
not good at.
Ari's like, wait, no, Nordheim's in the south.
Yeah.
everyone piles on when Ari goes Nordheim.
Wait, no.
That's a famous
Holdremos,
word for
isn't
south.
that a southern city?
No, it's not a fucking southern city.
no.
Arabella, you are quite aware that Holtermos is directly in the path you guys will have to take in order to get to Nordheim. And
Okay.
it is of the part of the northern continent, just past where you guys.
All right, then how much time do we have until the wedding?
I believe you still have like 2 weeks until the wedding.
Not a
All
lot
right,
of
then
time.
yeah, she's gonna go. It's where we need to go for the circus is along the way to where we're going for the wedding. We could make a stop as long as we feel that we still have enough time.
Well, then,
And we need to plan because it's got to be a trap.
Then and it's a dread realm, so I imagine it's not the easiest to get access into.
When
See,
Arabella
Actually,
said that,
the circus is one of the weird ones in which it is very easy to get access. Hard
Yeah.
to find, easy to get into.
the
I-
storm runs
Yep.
were able to invade a dread realm.
well, Lizette, that actually reminds me. The circus is a dread realm. That's what I've come to learn. Were you aware of this? Was this common knowledge?
Yes. Well, I mean, it may not be common knowledge, but I just happen to be very in touch with dread realms.
Well, Althea recognized it
Lizette.
almost right away too. And I'm gonna look at Lizette who's sitting there and go, is there something else I should know about the circus? It was always a circus to me. I didn't know it was a dread realm, a special kind or otherwise, but is there something else I'm not aware of?
Like what?
I mean, how the fuck did it end up as a dread realm? That's one thing. Is that just Dagon? Is that just magic he utilizes?
It's always been a dread realm.
I should have paid more attention.
But yes, you should have. You slept through several of those meetings.
I did.
It was an entire packet that crap. I can't remember what the name of the fortune teller.
I can't remember either. I just call her the seer.
was-
We'll just call it. Oh no, yeah. Well, fuck. What was it?
I know I had a note somewhere, but I don't remember what channel I put it in when we were naming off all the members of the circus.
Lizette was the one we killed by accident. Prescott was the shady looking guy. Gronk was the muscular guy. Dagan was I don't remember. I don't know if I had a name for the seer. I think you might have come up with that one.
Yeah, it's probably one of my classic. I made it up on the spot, and I forgot about it.
Okay.
It's where like
Anyway.
a Alice or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right.
So, but yeah, she had a whole packet that she gave you that was your required reading to join the circus. You swore up and down you read it.
Yeah, that's when I figured out I was pretty good at lying. It was probably that moment. Yeah, that's on me again. Sorry, everybody.
Briar pinches the bridge of her nose.
I mean, there's got to be some defenses. Then I'm sure there's things. Dagan's always told me. I have notes in my own book about the magic he's tried to teach me. I'm sure if we can get there in time, we can help them. They'll be all right. And Lizette, you're welcome to stay with us. Please stay with us while we travel. We can all go together.
Could we go find some place to like sleep for the night so I don't know. I'm covered in my own blood right now.
That's something. Oh,
And
No,
you
you're
smell
not.
delicious,
Prestidigitation.
darling.
Smells delicious.
Some of you guys heard me say that.
Briar
did.
casts
What did Arabella say?
When she said, I'm sitting here covered in my own blood, and she goes, you smell delicious, darling.
Briar casts hunting stand, which creates like probably not the kind of shelter anybody else wants. But
What are you talking about? This is more than fucking arena usually gets.
That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
She's like, oh hell no.
Oh, her face
We're not
balls.
in the middle of a fucking city right now. There's got to be a place over here so we can stay in. There's got to be inns and
Wait,
shit, right?
how does she know she's in a city? She just said she doesn't know where she is, doesn't remember anything except for figures standing over her casting spells.
So if I look that way, I can see fireworks and the sounds of a cannon going off.
Okay.
She's got you there.
She's got me there.
I'm just imagining, like, I'll say, it's like, how do you know this is a city? And there's like major skyscrapers directly behind her.
Or she like stamps the ground here would be made of wood. She like stamp her foot on the ground because this isn't a fucking forest.
Oh, pretty fast.
You don't know that.
It seems awfully suspicious. All right, let's find an inn. Let's get a bit of rest for tonight.
Why don't
I
we
think.
go back to that one we were at?
The one in Poop City?
The one where
No.
they already knew who Joyblade was and were sending people after him?
Yep,
I think
that
we should
one.
go a different one.
I think we should go back to that one.
Well, you guys are walking. Lizette points up and goes like, "There's an inn right there at the edge of the woods. So something called the Gold Gardens."
Perfect.
Yes.
Sounds nice. That sounds like if we have to do an inn, then
Come, let's go stay there. We can get your friend her own room, and she can bathe and clean up.
Cool. You guys go heading over this way to the Gold Gardens. Very nicely well appointed building. It's like polished wood. And it has like the kind of that rose kind of lacquers over these very big ornate doors that opens up. And what you come into is kind of a scene out of like a speakeasy. Everything is very smooth. There's a lot of leather chairs and couches along the ways. There's a full stage set up in the corner where there is a Aarakocra singing, like lounge singing. And then standing behind the bar is a half orc that appears to have some other kind of lineage to him, something that's not quite apparent to the eye, but he's not completely half orc. There's something else in there with it you're not quite sure of. But he's shirtless with the scintillating and glowing gold tattoos that are kind of runically across his arms and his upper torso. And see, he comes says, Well, hello there, lovelies. How do you do? Gardy O'Brien. I run this kind of the Gold Gardens, and whatever you desire, we make happen here. I must warn you, there's no fighting here within my walls. If you should draw steel on it, I shall be forced to draw steel as well. And he points to a double-bladed scimitar that's hanging on the wall behind him.
We should be no need for that. We were just looking for some rooms. This is a lovely establishment you have here. I'm
Nicest
loving.
rooms you have.
Yeah, right.
She like reaches into her pocket of her skirt that appears empty, like she has a lot of coins. She pulls out a really, really heavy purse.
See, Gardy
Which
goes,
does not look
well,
like it could
lovelies,
have fit in there.
Well, lovelies, I have wonderful news. We have several rooms available. If you're just looking for the small little basic rooms, those are 5 gold a night. If you want to get a suite with all the adjoining different rooms that are attached to it, that'll be 500 gold a night.
How many
She-
rooms come with the suite?
10 rooms, darling. And then also it comes with a complimentary tattoo for anyone of the group who might want something. We also have dragon spice and snuff powder available for those of you who might like to partake.
She gives
No
him
thanks, we got
500 gold.
Kubla Key.
Yeah, you got me at the tattoos. Honestly, let's do this.
The tattoos is, yeah.
But you already have tattoos.
I mean, I would
There's
love
nothing
more.
wrong with more.
Yeah.
Always
But
fun.
yeah, so she totally hands over the 500.
Well, fantastic, lovelies, fantastic. He takes, they take the money and then they give you a golden key.
Well, thank you.
Very nice. I've never had a tattoo.
I haven't
Anybody who
either.
wants to can make an insight or an arcana check on Guardy.
Yes,
Sure,
I
why
think
not?
I will.
Althea
What
doesn't
do
get it.
Which one do I? Oh,
Oops. I don't know why there's a modifier on there. Just 22.
I'm gonna use my
22.
bark inspiration. There's a D8, right?
Yes.
16.
For Joyblade, Arabella, Briar, and Ari, the 4 of you are looking at Guardy and kind of looking around the room and see that there are several kind of out of the way spots in the decorations of the Gold Gardens that have runes that match up to him. And what Guardy appears to be is a Sanctorum wizard.
well,
What does that mean for those of us that are not as well versed in the lore of D&D?
Do you remember how Zin was really powerful as long as he was within his own house?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Guardy is of a similar vein.
Ah.
Hmm.
I see.
Those are nice tattoos.
I would like a tattoo.
I would also like a tattoo.
I see.
Oh,
would as well, but I'm curious whether my skin takes to it.
Oh, don't worry, lovely. We have various different magical types of tattoos. We can get something done for everyone. If you just want to go and head over the corner there, 3rd room to your right, you'll find in there Janora. She will take care of everything you need.
I
Oh.
like this place.
Thank you. And then
I mean, I still like the woods best, but if we have to be indoors, then this place is nice.
it's not too bad, right? The tattoo's gonna be fun. We can all get
Yeah.
matching ones.
No.
I don't believe so. I don't know you all that
I
well.
wanted, I wanted it.
That's a lot of no's all at once.
Arabella's gonna look at Lisette and go, we should get you to your room, you should probably wash off. You can hang out in there, have a nice bath.
Insight check. Oh, yeah, never mind. I don't know what the fuck's going on with you. And
I'll
it's
roll
like,
it.
yeah, she should definitely know.
God dang, what's with the 9s?
That's like, yeah, that sounds lovely. Can't remember the last time I had a nice bath. Have to get cleaned up.
I
Getting
did not
worse
mean
and
to
worse.
roll nature. I meant to roll insight.
Roll your insight then. I swear
On
to
your
God.
25 nature check, there's a predator on the hunt.
It's the same modifier.
Yeah. That's funny.
There's blood in the air, and
Yeah. You should
Arabella,
probably get that cleaned up.
Arabella's gonna go. I will take her to her room. I'm gonna make sure she gets settled in.
No.
I mean, yeah,
I'm not gonna do anything.
she's not gonna do anything. It's fine. We're all gonna be getting tattoos. Calm down, Althea. We're inside a tavern. We're not outside anymore. And if anybody's gonna be needing to worry about cleaning up blood, it'll be Arabella. Should be fine.
Yeah, I'm coming
Thank
with
you. Before she goes, she's gonna.
Briar is totally coming. I can feel you more if I see
Sorry.
Before she leaves with Lizette, she's gonna give Joyblade a long kiss, and then she's gonna go.
I didn't roll for any of this, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm like really stoked on this tattoo. I think I'm gonna convince you guys to get matching ones with me.
No.
No, Briar knows what she wants.
That just so happens what Joyblade wants. That's crazy.
We all
Althea
want
wants something
these.
different.
If I just get the copy of everybody's tattoo, it'll work. It'll work out just fine.
It's like, see, we have matching tattoos. He got 6 tattoos going up his arm.
He won't get what Arabella gets. I guarantee. I guarantee.
Let's see what everyone gets. I want to see.
All right. Those of you who are getting tattoos, what are you getting?
Althea
So you
is
go
going-
and open the door to the little tattoo parlor that's attached here to the Gold Gardens. In there is a big red dragonborn who's just kind of sitting at the stool. Got a cigar half out of his maw that's got half a little bit of smoke coming up. Oh, complimentary tattoos, is it?
Yes.
I thought it would be.
All right. He takes another big drag out of his cigar, sets it down, starts to put on some gloves. Let's do this.
Right.
Althea will hop up in the chair, hike up her dress almost all the way, and she's gonna get a monarch butterfly on a blossom on her left eye.
Spin over there, does the work on it. When it's done, you see that it also has imbibed it with a bit of magic, and the butterfly flaps its wings every now and
Yes,
then.
I was hoping for that. Oh my
cool.
goodness.
Okay.
Important.
I found what.
Sorry.
for
Important
it.
detail. I need to look up a type of flower that blooms in the winter, because that would be what she gets.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I found exactly what I think Briar would want, but on her
Mhm.
back.
On her back?
Yeah, the bumblebee with the sunflower there.
We would do like somewhere. He's like, would you do somewhere higher in the back? It's just kind of low. Are we doing a tramp stamp thing?
What's it? No, I'm gonna roll because I have too high of a wisdom to not know the answer to that, regardless of any social skills that I have. Higher up, between the shoulder blades.
All right, yeah, got it. He does the work on yours. Yours, whenever you lift your hair to show off the tattoo, you can hear the faint buzzing sound of a bee. Anybody else?
Hey, I'll be. Arena is going to be going for a just writing that's fully in Elvish.
I have a
that's go-
question about the logistics of this.
On Arena?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll explain when he gets it.
Okay.
When Arena gets it in there, she has to have her mom's name, her grandfather's name, and her father's name tattooed on her. That says the
though we may not look the same, our eyes and our hearts beat the same.
And where would you want this one?
Going down the spine, in between
Fine.
the wings.
Gotcha. All right. He does the work on Arena as the rest of you are watching. His needle doesn't touch her skin. He seems to write in the air about an inch above her as he goes through it. And then when it's done, he puts both of his hands on her shoulders, and the floating image seems to set itself down into her feathers. And he whispers to you a word in Draconic. And when you repeat the word, the illusory tattoo kind of comes up and floats up off of your feathers. And it just kind of stands there and floats and glows in kind of a neon blue.
Oh, that's real nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. She'll get up and kind of be like, that always got my back now.
Does that looks over to Ari. What about you, pretty boy? What are we getting you?
I'm not the tattoo type.
It's all right. Well, no money off of me. I get paid by the hour while working here, not on commissions. Anybody else?
Are you sure? Are you not like a henna or something that will fade away after a little bit, like a little painting, maybe, like just a little doodle?
I'm good.
All right, and I'll take off my jacket, and there's a nice little space center chest where some of the other tattoos don't quite reach, and I'll say, a dagger, and then going right through a heart, really dramatic, just like me, please.
Dramatic? All right, we'll do dramatic. He does the work on your tattoo, and when he's done, you see as you breathe in, you can watch as the dagger goes into the heart, and then just kind of like the heart beats and blood drips down from it, and then as you breathe out, the tattoo resets.
Quality. I'll be back for more at some point, and I'll step away.
Arabella, what are you up to?
She fucking.
No, she's not. She's walking Lisette to the room, making sure she gets there. She's kind of just making small talk along the way. And she's like, oh, tell me about your days in the circus with Joyblade. I'm quite curious.
I'm just gonna say this now. I don't know what Brad's gonna say.
To no one's surprise.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
Time in the circus with Joyblade? Well, that was, it's good times. He was kind of a gangly kid when he joined up. He was used as like accessory in a lot of our shows. He didn't really have a show of his own, so he was kind of, gopher boy on a lot of things. A lot of times, if you wanted to throw a dagger at an apple on somebody's head, you'd put him in the audience and call him out so they'd think it was like audience participation. Sometimes you'd hit him, sometimes you would, depending on how much we drank. Show.
That sounds about right. I'm curious. Do you know about how long did he serve in the circus with you guys?
Several years, It's just up until a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm. She's just shaking her head. Okay.
If you want to know if I fucked him, the answer is yes.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
I figured you are a very attractive woman. I would be dumb to not notice that. If I weren't in a relationship with him now, then yes, I would go for you too.
Okay, because you seem like you're dancing around some kind of question. I figured that might be it.
Yeah, that's kind of it, because Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm
Okay.
everything's very new. I am just
Okay. Well, if you need to know more about that, she kind of steps up very, very close to you and whispers into your ear. You know, that thing he does with his tongue. I taught him that.
Oh boy.
she's gonna she looks around. Are they near the room that she's going to have?
And you've just gotten into the room.
She unlocks the door, pushes her in there, and holds her against the wall and goes, "Give me one good reason why I shouldn't just drain you right now."
Well, if you did that, I wouldn't show you the things I didn't teach you.
You can't show me the things that you didn't teach him. You can't. I must put my foot down.
This is why Saya was not monogamous. I mean, it's more fun that way.
You know, Joyblade and Arabelle have come to an agreement on all of that. This isn't one of her rituals to the goddess, so it's not like. And plus, he has to be involved if she's going to even. Oh,
just lick her
Uh-huh.
already.
Go take a bath. I'll be back later with Joyblade.
All right. She starts to strut away from you, pulling her clothes off in front of you.
See, this is why Joyblade has slept with you. You're a tease. You're a minx.
Is it?
Why
not
is
a tease if you
everyone in
join
this
me.
game so horny?
Go take your
Wisdom?
bath, Joyce. I won't want to bite you right now because I can smell your blood and you smell delicious.
Wisdom
So
check?
go.
Cool. She closes the door to the bathroom behind her.
Fucking damn. She's like, okay, I still want to get my tattoo. I want to get the tattoo first, or do I just want to go grab Joyblade? I'm gonna think about this along the way, and she rushes down.
Cool. Joyblade, you're just wrapping up getting your tattoo done, and you see Arabella just come sprinting down the stairs.
As soon as I see her come down, I'll go. Look what I can do with my tattoo, and I'll make it do the thing.
Is everything okay, Arabella?
Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Did you?
She's
wanna
got a
get
twitch in
yours?
her eye right now.
Were you?
It doesn't look fine.
She's just gonna get really close to Joyblade and whisper in his ear, "Your friend from the circus is taking a bath. We may or may not have some arrangements with her when she finishes."
I'll mage hand my jacket, and I'll be like, "I'll see you guys later."
No, you're staying with me. I'm gonna
meant
get
with
my
you.
tattoo.
Yeah.
Give
okay.
her enough time to bath.
Tattoo first.
She's, darling, I love you. I trust you, but I don't trust her. So just wait for me.
That's fair.
I mean, technically, Joyblade does have fresh wounds on him.
Yeah, I
Wait.
got the open tattoo.
Oh.
What does Arabella get for her tattoo?
Yeah. What's Arabella's tattoo? Arabella's getting a tramp stamp, apparently.
Wound tattoo.
Yes, get a succubus tattoo.
There
Do
you go.
it.
Do it.
See, Arabella is with the stereotypical butterfly
No.
Or like a heart.
or a bat.
Oh my god, no. I had the art for it and I don't know where I put it. She's gonna sorry. This came to my mind
Breathe.
It's gonna say Daddy Strahd with
What?
Daddy's what?
Daddy
I heard
Strahd.
Daddy Strahd.
And is that going to be a belly tattoo, or is that going to be a tramp stamp?
Oh no, put it on my arm.
Put it on your arm. That's no fun. All right.
That's. All right.
You tell that the dragonborn sitting there with Dina goes, all right, yeah, put it on your arm. Okay.
Fine, put it on my back. Just put it somewhere fun.
All right,
Somewhere.
now we're talking. And he does the full tattoo for you right there on your lower back.
Oh my God.
And when you want it to not appear, you can speak a magic code word, and then it will disappear into it'll like burst into tiny little bats that'll just fly across your skin for a bit until they later form back up.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, that's a tattoo she would get.
Brad,
Yes.
Althea's going to slip away into the night when we're ready.
Okay. Where does Althea slip off to?
She's gonna go back to that tavern.
Okay.
And she's going to just ask the barkeep for a drink.
Cool. You head over there, ask the barkeep for a drink. What's your passive perception?
It is her passive perception. It is a 13.
13. On a 13, it's enough for you to know as you walking up to ask for a drink. There is a corner section over there where there's a bit of a gap. Like it's kind of started to fill in quite a bit, but there's this noticeable like 5-foot semicircle around this one table that no one's crossed over. Probably because there's 3 dead bodies in said semicircle and just one guy sitting over there with his feet propped up on the table, taking a drink of his big mug.
I'm gonna look at it more. I'm gonna look at it more. What?
Look over, yeah, there's 3 dead bodies there. There's a gentleman with fine leather boots, a pair of wicked daggers that are strapped to his thighs, a wide brimmed hat pulled kind of low. He's got a nicely trimmed beard started to turn very salt and pepper. Got a lot of gray in it now, just a little bit of black left into it.
What race does he appear to be?
Appears to be human.
Appears to be human. Althea's gonna take her drink and go over and one by one just lift the head of each dead body to look at them.
Mm-hmm.
What does she see?
Just look like pirates. You don't really do very much other than just kind of like with the toe of your boot, kind of move their head a little bit just to get a good look at the face. Just like run-of-the-mill pirates. One or two of them look kind of familiar to you. They were the ones that were eyeing you up earlier when you were in here.
Well, looks exciting.
See, figure sitting over there, George looks up from underneath. He kind of tilts his hat a little bit so you can look over at eye. Looks down at the bodies that you're looking at. Goes, some people just don't take no for an answer.
And what were they asking for?
Apparently, this is their.
This is
I
their
disagree.
what?
Table.
Oh. She
Well, I'd
sighs.
already made myself nice and comfortable here, so I didn't oblige them and get up.
What appears to have killed them?
Very long slash wounds. Like one of them has a wound that literally goes shoulder to opposite hip.
Damn. Okay. Can I
So
see his
you would probably
arms?
can you see what?
His forearms?
Yeah, he's so the way he's sitting back and he's drinking. Yeah, you could see the bracelet on his wrist. You'd probably eye up the fact that he's wielding daggers that are just a little bit longer than the normal bit. Normally, that kind of blade you'd expect stab wounds, but whatever it is, he was making huge swings with these blades to do his damage.
Does he have the little circular puck marks on his arms?
He does not.
Really?
No.
Hmm. She's gonna sit down. Hopefully, you don't mind me sitting here.
Don't mind anyone if they just want to come sit and not be a bother. As I said, those gentlemen over there wanted to take seats from me. Assume you don't mind sharing a table with little old me.
I don't mind.
Oh, then by all means, he kicks his feet up off the table, sits straight forward, and tips his hat to you. George Reynolds, how do you do?
Decidedly better than those fellows.
We'll say, Althea, you do know who George Reynolds is by reputation.
I do?
Probably specifically off the category of we discussed way back when we were trying to figure certain things out. George Reynolds is considered one of the top 3, quote unquote swordsmen in the world, up there with your master.
Right. Okay. Hmm. George Reynolds. Althea. Brings
So,
you to...
mighty pleasure to meet you, Al.
What brings you here?
Nothing much. Passing through, waiting to catch the next ship out.
The next ship out. Well, which way are you going?
Hadn't decided yet. Was thinking maybe heading out east. Speaking to someone a little earlier today, made me think I might go find me a fancy horse off on one of them Eastern Kingdoms. And you? What does a apprentice of Tarms Sridard do it all the way out here?
Running. But the question is, am I running from or running to?
Well, it's a question we ask ourselves all our lives.
She'll raise a glass and say, the swordsmanship.
He'll nod his head to swordsmanship, and he'll clink his mug with.
She drinks.
He takes a sip of his too, and he goes, "How is your master? I've never had the actual pleasure of meeting him face to face. Met a number of your apprentice siblings over the years, coming wanting to see if the legend holds up, so to speak. Usually pretty good. A bit rigid in some ways. Well taught."
I'll be honest, I have no idea how he's doing. The last time I saw him was years ago.
He kind of nods his head. That's a shame. Should always keep in touch with old masters. Sometimes they're more like parents than actual parents we had.
Well, Mr. Top 3 swordsman in the world, I'd be interested in having a sparring session at some point. Maybe if we're on the same boat.
Well, I got some time now. Question is, can't have a spar without some skin in the game. What's the wager?
What's the wager? What do you want?
Oh, if I win, you spend the rest of the night as my drinking partner.
Deal, but we go where I choose.
All right, you're buying.
Fair enough. And if I win, what do I get?
What do you want?
What does she want?
I'll let you think about that for a second. I'm gonna use the restroom.
Okay.
I can think of lots of things you could ask for from one of the greatest swordsmen in the world.
Such as what?
It depends how much you might want to hurt that Harangon prince.
Oh yeah.
Or figure out how Avon is doing.
Or he is also like good at finding people. I think. See if he could find Saya.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ask
So
for
there's
private
multiple
lots of
lessons
things
options.
to ask for.
ask for lessons and try to get cool shit
Yeah.
for Althea. Like learn a technique. That was like something you've been doing like as we've gone from city to city. You're like collecting new techniques and stuff. That'd be super cool.
I'm collecting the Infinity Stones of swordsmanship.
That's right. I love it.
I mean, technically, you're becoming Roronoa Zoro.
Yeah.
Who? I've
From
heard
One
the name
Piece.
Zoro. I don't know the rest of that.
Zoro from One Piece.
Yeah, no, I'm not familiar.
A cute piratey anime.
Yeah, I know what One Piece is. I just haven't seen it.
Oh, okay.
It's really good.
Thank you though. Chat says his hat.
You gotta just think about what. I mean, like what you know about him is that he's one of the greatest swordsmen in the world, and what might you want from somebody like that?
I think learning a George Reynolds technique would be super badass.
I think so too. But also his services would be
Mm-hmm.
invaluable.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You have multiple options of what you want to do. I'm just saying for that, just
I think I figured out what I'm gonna do.
What did you choose?
You'll have to wait and see.
I love spoilers though. Does anyone want to know about the new D&D movie? I'll tell you right now.
No!
I'm
I'll
literally
assist.
seeing it next week at this time. No.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna see it with Brian next week at this. Like, so
I
no.
love it when I can unify the whole group like that. It's beautiful.
Don't worry, Jeff. You will be able to get to spoil it for me because it'll be a while before I see it.
Oh man. It's definitely
Like-
worth it.
You will be past the, it's reasonable to ask for no spoilers before I have a chance to see it. So
It's like out on DVD and Brandon's like, everyone shut the fuck up about it.
yeah, pretty much.
I will
It's so
say
good. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good.
I will say I had a brief moment of Delisimir brain while I was talking to George Reynolds. It's like I know what what I can give you. Wait,
Yeah.
wrong character. This is not the succubus.
And Delisimir isn't even a succubus anymore.
Yeah. And Adala's technically not the succubus either, that she used to be either.
Nope. So I was really hoping to get Ari to catch up with George Reynolds. See what that would have looked like, but
I mean, you could get him to come back to RN. If you lose, you did say you still get to pick where you go.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's part of why I did that. Out of character, I want him to meet Ari, but Althea has no reason to want that.
Yeah, you do. You know that he has a bracelet just like the one Ari has, or really
That's enough.
similar.
That's enough justification to me. And Brad
Yeah.
pointed out that you saw it, so I think he was giving you a hook if you wanted to ask about it, and then loop in Ari.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have probably seen that.
I mean, it was reasonable for Arena to be like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's about, but
Yeah.
I think if you saw that, you would know that there's a genie in there. We've all agreed to help her.
Mhm.
That looks really a lot like the fucking bracelet Ari has. I should say something.
I just didn't want to be too meta because
No, you're not at
No,
all.
not at all.
No,
You
no,
have
no.
enough
Are we ready?
there.
yes.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
So, what do you want if you win, darling?
Oh, what does every renowned swordsman want? Better techniques.
You want a lesson if you win?
That and perhaps a conversation back at my room.
Let's see, he shrugs. It goes, you want a conversation at your room, that can be done, win or lose. I don't like things to be forced onto people, either which ways.
Fair.
So,
And yes, just a lesson if I win.
lesson if you win, drinking partner for me if I win, conversation either way. How's that?
Sounds like a deal.
All right. He gets up, stretches, and kind of like you hear his back pop. Okay. And the two of you head out into Gibbety Square. As he like turns around, he's like kind of stretching his arms out. You keep laughing and you keep giggling every time you look at the name of this place.
It's it's called Gibbety Square. It's just
It is Gibbety Square, yeah. You think this one's crazy? You should see Poop City.
That has
I
become
can't
so
believe I just
heavily
laughed at a
topical.
poop joke. No. All right. Cool.
Alright, he kind of sits there and he like takes out his knife and draws out a big circle around you guys, kind of like a makeshift ring.
Oh,
All right,
gee,
then.
That's no fun.
If your blood stretches from one end of the ring to the other end of the ring, you lose.
Well, that seems decidedly one-sided.
You don't think you're going to draw blood, honey?
I don't think that I'll be spilling it that wide.
Well, you'll have to play to find out, won't you?
Oh, let's go. Oh, let's go.
Okay, so the explanation of the blood from point to point is my mechanic for telling you that we're going to go till one of us has lost 40 hit points.
40 hit points. Okay. Let's go. All right.
Just going to both roll initiative. Oof.
Last time it was Tira doing this.
They
Tira was the
stalemated.
last one to spar with him, yeah.
They stalemated. So
They did stalemate, but there's a considerable difference between level 12 and level 7. So,
yeah. Well, I mean, we could have waited and seen if somebody would win, but Yeah, we
Initiative,
decided to-
Althea.
Oh, shit. My bad. Sorry.
8. Yep. He goes first.
How did you get a nat 20 on your frickin' initiative roll twice in a single night?
Be glad it's on my initiative rolls and not my damage rolls.
There.
He rolls
Don't jinx
d20s
it.
for damage.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. I mean, does anyone? I mean, I'm not gonna say it. Anyone else remember how good George Reynolds is in the opening round? Because I do.
Yeah,
Oh, sure, I was
motherfucker.
able to handle it.
Got my ass whooped.
Yeah, Karask also got his ass whooped.
It was brutal. That was the first time Brad was like, "Fuck around and find out." Look, I made a barbarian and a rogue. I was like, "What is this madness?"
Yeah, remember you and Brandy were like, "What the fuck is this?" No, that's fucked up, Brad.
Am I still hasted?
No, you're not.
No,
Oh,
that
Damn.
that
was
lasts like
faded.
a minute.
Damn, I didn't even get to use it. That sucks.
You see a flicker of light from his blades. And, ooh, I think I'm gonna miss on a 15.
You are gonna miss on a 15. She dances out of the way.
And he'll offhand swipe another 15.
He's gonna miss.
You see, he smiles at you. He goes, "Ah, pretty light on your toes." It's your turn.
All right, it's my turn. We're gonna attack. Ball's gonna miss.
So it's gonna miss.
15?
Misses.
Oh no, not the fumble. Oh no. Alright, I dropped
Give
the
me a deck save.
Aldmari.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Nice.
Brandon, take your action point.
Yay! Thank you.
Cool. You got one more offhand saber swing.
Yep. Can I pirouette still too, or no?
You can pirouette, yeah.
Alright, 21 to hit.
That one's gonna hit. It's gonna get him for 6, and I'm gonna uncanny dodge, cut that into 3.
Well, now he's gotta make a deck save.
He's gonna make a dex.
It's already cut in half before the uncanny dodge.
Yeah, because he's raging.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I missed that he was raging.
23 takes 0.
We're gonna action surge.
Oh, he has evasion. Yeah.
Oh, but I dropped my blade.
You did, so you'd only be swinging offhand saber.
Can I sacrifice my movement to pick it up?
Yeah, she can. 'Cause if you're action surging, you have your movement again. So
Perfect. Alright, well, let's do this again. 22 to hit.
22 is gonna hit. It's gonna do 4 and 4. It's gonna do 8.
Another crit.
There's a crit.
Nice.
12, 17, 16, 8.
Who needs an action point?
Like almost everybody
do.
except
Yeah, pretty much everyone.
Well, I can't have it, so that sucks. Alright, again. 20.
Hits. 15 is gonna deal 7.
17.
Hits, deals 5.
And I does my
I don't remember if your action surge gives you another bonus action or
that's
not.
what
I
I'm
think
checking.
you have to
more.
use your bonus action in there somewhere.
You take one additional action on
No
top
extra-
of your regular action and a possible bonus action. So
Yeah, no extra bonus action.
no extra bonus action.
who gets the action point, Ashley?
I thought everybody had one.
No, I said everybody needs one. Everybody
Yeah,
said they
we
need
all
one.
need one.
Oh, everybody needs one. I got you. Briar.
Yay, thank you.
Rosie doesn't get one tonight because she got Gift of Gab earlier.
Oh, fuck, that's right. I always fucking forget when I win.
How drunk
Wow.
are you?
I'm not.
All right, I think that's the end of her turn.
Cool. Althea, you go swinging in. The first couple ones don't do much. In fact, one of them, he taps your hand on the inside, causing you to drop your blade.
Insult.
Yeah, you growl about that, spin around, get your blade back up, dart in again, and you see the utter insanity about the way he fights. Because when you go in to swing, if he sees he can't block it, he steps into it and he fucks up your rotation. Because you're suddenly hitting him halfway into your swing instead of at the peak of it. And you see that you're getting your hits, but they're not nearly doing what they should be doing because he just insanely steps into each hit.
Insane. All
And
right.
go back over to his turn. There's a crit.
Oh, you know, I don't feel like taking that. Make it,
And gain 1d6 to your AC.
well, that's not really gonna help
That's
me.
not going to help you on the crit, unfortunately.
Well, then I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. Let's see, that's 10 and 15, 25, 25, 6, 31, 32 damage.
Jeez, in one fucking hit?
One fucking hit. Sneak attack sucks.
Oh my god.
Wait, how's he getting a sneak attack?
Assassin, baby.
Reckless.
Yeah. And he's first in initiative anyway, so every round he would always get advantage
Reckless
on
gives him the sneak attack.
If you have advantage on an attack roll, you get sneak attack.
sneak attack. He's a barbarian rogue.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was what. Oh, yeah.
That's what got
was
us
the
last
one that you
Barbarian.
remember when you
That
figured
was
out
right.
I was
Yeah,
doing it.
okay.
So
I tried putting that memory far out of my mind.
Remember how hard Tira was to kill? He probably did more damage to her than anything else in the game.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we're going until 40. How many hit points was that?
32.
Okay.
Ooh, and there's my 10.
Yeah, no, that'll miss.
That'll miss. That's his turn.
Cool. Let's do it again. Yep, so do it again. We're gonna pirouette first.
Pirouette first. He takes 0.
I figured. Alright. 18.
18 is going to hit. It's going to deal 7 and 2 is 7 cuts down 3. It's going to deal 5.
12 will miss.
Mm-hmm.
21.
21 is going to hit. It's going to go
5.
down to 4, 5. We're going to uncanny dodge that, cut that down into 2.
25.
25 hits, 4 damage on that. You see the line of his blood stretches point to point on the circle.
Nice.
Well done.
I did it.
You did it as you feel lightheaded from your own blood loss.
How much damage did I do in those 2 turns?
40.
Exactly.
Oh, you're actually a little over 40. I was down to 2 after that last hit. So this last one that hit me for 4, you did 42 damage.
Nice.
And that's me, having everything but the fire damage and then double having 1 attack in each swing. It basically took you 3 turns to deal him 40 damage.
Yep. Cool.
So in reality, you probably did about 90 damage for
Yeah.
anybody else.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. he was cutting Tira's damage down into quarters, and we also didn't establish a rule. We just went until we were tired of it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, let's stop now.
Call it a draw? Let's call it a draw.
Yeah.
Cool.
See, he spins his blades on his hands, puts them back in the little holsters, and claps his hands. Mighty impressive, darling.
Indeed.
You see, he gestures to your arm, which has a humongous line that goes from your shoulder all the way down to the inside of your elbow. It's where he crit you at.
Where was the cut again?
It goes from your shoulder down to the inside of your elbow.
You filleted my arm.
I was hoping it'd slow you down a bit, but it didn't seem to really bother you that much. May I?
Sure.
And he see he's like his face just kind of like goes blank for a moment in a very similar way that you've seen Ari do when Ari's talking to Delismere in the bracelet, and his bracelet lights up and your wound begins to close.
I've seen that look before.
Have you now?
Indeed, I have. I think you may be in a position to help an acquaintance of mine. But first, business is business. Let's have that lesson.
Business is business. Well, darling, what would you like to learn exactly?
How are you having all that damage?
Well, for one, I don't terribly care if I get hit as long as I get to hit in return. You know, best defense is a good offense, I always say.
I see. But still. Ah, yes, the guts approach. Well then, how about...
I think I might know something I could teach you. That fancy footwork of yours reminds me of a little trick I like to do on a time or two. Had
Yeah?
some pretty good luck with it. Yeah. I think there might be something I could teach you right up your alley. And what he teaches you is trick and treat.
Fucking love
The
it.
very familiar ability to another group of adventurers in which when the target of an attack, he can switch places with somebody else who's not friendly.
Yeah. He did that once when he told me to hit him, and then he
Yeah.
swapped with an enemy.
Yeah.
Trick and treat.
That was how when we fought him, we basically just beat the shit out of each other like repeatedly.
I need you to pop that in the chat for me, please.
Okay, do you want it in the Discord chat or in the Roll20 chat?
In the Roll20 chat.
In the Roll20 chat. Cool. Give me one moment, guys, while I type this out.
Oh, you have to type it. I thought it was on the sheet.
No, it's kind of on his sheet, but it actually comes from an item, but I'm going to give it to you in this way because we talked about expanding your bodyguard trick.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Which is basically what I'm doing. We're basically going to expand that bodyguard trick by adding this ability on top of it.
Super cool.
Let's go.
Officially, Althea can swap places with another person, change places with another person, move another person, and then swap places with an enemy.
Yeah, it's frickin' ridiculous. Althea's just gonna be teleporting everywhere now. Walking? Never heard of her. How much is 3d6? Ah. Mhm.
Mm.
So, how about them apples? How's everybody feeling?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good.
I have my house to myself. It's good.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Sweet.
So yeah, you spend a big chunk of the night out here in Gibbity Square learning how to do this maneuver from George Reynolds.
Eventually she'll lead him back to her suite.
Okay. I'm gonna pause with that. I'm gonna check in with the rest of the group what they've been doing the rest of the night, and then
Yes.
we'll catch back up.
Well, I know what Arabella and Joyblade have been up to.
Yeah.
Probably.
Should we just get to the roll?
Yes.
Roll it.
Yep.
Okay, let's see what we get.
Nose good. That's you, Rosie.
This,
No,
I believe
because-
we
no,
did we
no,
hit this
she's
one
not-
already?
Did we?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
No.
we hit this one on Saturday, didn't we?
And
No?
if it was a Saturday one, it was a long time ago because we haven't had any seduction rolls in Saturdays in a long time.
That's true.
For what
I
it's
swear
worth,
this
Briar
has came
can
up recently.
I remember seeing it recently.
I don't
Yeah.
remember now.
Briar
Yeah,
can cure
familiar.
this.
But poor Briar, who's in the next room over.
Or I'm just hanging out in the suite. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wow.
It's Dulisamir's legend all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Pretty fitting.
Arabella was teaching her some new things. You
Yeah.
know, because she said the whole, oh, I could show you the stuff that I didn't show him. So she's like, nope, I'm going to show you up.
Bitch,
At a certain point, Lisette asks you, like, wow, where did you learn to do this? And Arabella starts to answer, but then bites her lip.
Yep.
Because she learned it from Ari.
No.
Oh.
No.
Yikes.
It's canonically established that Ari was the best you'd ever had.
Shit.
That
And
is
the only
true.
one who could keep up with you.
Yep.
Shit. Yep. Yep.
I mean, to
okay,
be
yeah.
fair, I've invited him several times and I declined each time.
Yeah,
Shit.
you kept doing it when Saya was like, no.
Okay, yep. That she does bite her. I'm sitting here like, no, she learned it because she thought all those times in those orgies. Nope, it was from Ari. It was Ari. So she'll just instead cover it with, wait, let me see how good I can do with deception on saying that. Yeah, unbelievable.
Believable, yeah.
Plenty of time with plenty of orgies.
Oh no, she sees through it.
Shit.
Did you say that? It's like, no, plenty of time, plenty of orgies. Lisette just kind of looks at you and just winks at you.
She'll
Like,
leave
I
back.
feel like I'm missing something here. There's something unspoken going on that I'm not tuning in on.
Oh, you're not missing anything, honey. Go make us a sandwich.
It's turkey good.
Yikes.
Is everyone down for a good turkey sandwich on sourdough? I'll be right back.
Arabella's just like, I'm gonna stick with my blood, but yes, go make her a sandwich because she's the one that eats food.
You're the one that eats her.
Y'all are terrible.
I'm not
Okay.
the one that said it.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Uh, anything else with the rest of the group over here at the suite right now?
I was curious because the proprietor said that like they can do like anything you want or make all your dreams come true or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there like a brochure or anything? Because I was just trying to ask.
You're
Yeah.
end up going back down to the bar and like sitting, like hop yourself up onto the bar and talk to Cardi. You're like, is there a brochure? It's like, lovely. No, we don't have any brochures. Just tell me what it is you're in the mood for, and I'll see what I can get done.
Uh, well, I don't know. That's why I was hoping there was.
Well, let's see. We've, as I said, we have all manner of things you might wish to imbibe yourself with. We've got some dragon spice. We've got some snuff powder. We've got one of the hookah machines right over there. There is Juliana. She gives the most amazing massages. Whichever end of the spectrum you'd like that massage to go, she's very forthcoming and very open minded.
Arena hears
Um,
massages and is like, I've had one before. They're really nice.
16 insight on that.
You've heard of a happy ending massage? You're still not sure what it actually is.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh, a massage sounds nice. How much?
Oh, that'd be 10 gold, lovely.
Okay.
You took care of the rooms. I'm taking care of this. Give her a good time, please. As I'll pop an extra 5 gold to her. As Arena will wink to you and just goes, trust me, I had one from a Thrycreen. They're fucking amazing.
Oh, we have a thriking on hand too if you would like a psychic massage.
Oh, love, you don't need to go in and tease me like that.
Would you like
I'll
to get
look
a
at-
psychic massage then as well? You're finding you'll get a regular one, you'll get a psychic massage. I told you, I'd like to take care of all of my guests here, darling.
I'll look at Ari and just goes, how are you getting in on this? You probably get yourself out of the armor for a little while.
I mean, he's out of his armor because it's not appropriate to be wearing armor in a place like this, but is like,
Oh.
yeah, no,
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. I'm
You're
not
also
saying
not
no.
helping warning Briar what a happy ending is or
Um,
anything.
I don't know whether I should tell Briar what.
He's the same age as you.
Yeah,
I like,
Irina will just tell look at Ari.
Does
and
Ari
just find
know?
out, love it.
Ari is a little bit more well versed in certain matters than Briar is.
Yeah.
Ari should know what a happy ending is.
Joyboy
Briar
offers them all
hides
the
from
time.
people too much to really know.
They say happy ending in Elvish.
Yeah, type it in the translator. Cool. So Arena goes to go get herself one of her favorite psychic massages. Briar goes off to get her a good, nice massage to loosen her up.
Mhm.
Ari, what are you doing?
you know, my usual meditation.
See, Gardy goes, lovely. If you want, we have a beautiful Zen garden for doing such meditative things if you'd like. We also have a lovely sauna if you want to get, your svits on.
Yeah, sure. I'll go out to the garden, I guess. Why not?
Okay, fantastic. Go head your way over there. Make it a beautiful Zen garden with all the rocks and the little bit of moving water that gives it great ambiance. Althea, you return over to the Gold Gardens with George Reynolds coming with you.
Because I have no reason to assume otherwise, I'm going to lead George Reynolds up to Ari's room.
Okay.
And knock on the door.
No answer.
Of course not.
Where am
I-
I? Like, am I in the suite or am I in some special room? Or
You're in a massage room.
okay.
Althea looks over to George Reynolds. Don't mind the moans coming from that room. There's almost always an orgy going on.
It's
You
true.
find it. You find adventurers all over the world. Always the same.
She's going to go down to the front desk and say, "Hey, have you seen my companion, the one with the long gold hair?"
Oh yes, the one with the long gold hair. Oh, lovely man. Yes, he's over in the Zen Garden right now. Lovely.
Ah, perfect. By the way, I meant to mention this earlier. Althea is going to have had her hair cut again when she got the tattoo.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's short again. Um, so Althea is going to lead George Reynolds into the Zen garden quietly.
Cup, you go over there quietly. Find Ari over there meditating.
I'm gonna roll stealth and see if I can sneak up on him. 13.
Nope, not quite.
Hmm.
I have a 15 passive.
Ah. Alright, well. She tries to sneak up on him. I'm guessing she crumples a leaf or something.
Or he just gets lucky and turns around and happens to see you. One of the two.
Here,
Oh, hi,
George goes.
Althea.
Donna, this is the weirdest place anyone's ever asked me to come have a drink. He takes a swig from a flask he has in his coat.
Well, remember I stated that I think you may be able to assist my companion? This is that companion. His name is Ari. And
Good day.
I think the two of you have something in common.
Oh?
Oh, well, hold on a second there. I know I might have a certain reputation for things, but I'm a one-on-one kind of guy when it comes to my relations. I understand that you won the, quote unquote spar, that you're entitled to some kind of compensation for that, but it's, not the way I like to get down.
She face palms.
Not that you are the most attractive male, you are is quite indeed a specimen, but it's just a matter of personal taste. Some people don't like fish and prefer duck. There's nothing wrong with that.
uh, I think there's something that we do have in common right there.
Oh, okay then. Maybe then it's just like a first and a second type thing. It's like I don't know how she feels about this.
I
Your
don't think
bracelets.
our bracelets.
She's continuing to facepalm and she says, "Your bracelets."
Well, you can't have my bracelet, honey. I'm rather attached to it.
And so is he.
Well, then why would you
They
ask
have
for them?
friendship bracelets.
We're
She's-
bracelet buddies.
So your bracelet looks an awful lot like my friend's bracelet, which happens to be a rather interesting kind of bracelet. Ari, why don't you tell our friend here about your bracelet?
Well, which part do you think he wants to know? It's caused a lot of heartache, to be quite frank. But it's also something very special to me now.
So, about when backs did you pick up your gin?
Oh, well, what, been about a little over a week now, I think.
I think it's closer to a month now. There is some travel time in there.
It's quite a bit of travel time. I think a month might be a little bit more accurate.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So he says, yeah, it's getting pretty close to a month now, I guess.
Huh. He raises his arm and just kind of like shakes it a bit so you see the bracelet there. Had my partner here for about 15 years now.
Delisimir can perceive things outside of the bracelet, correct?
Yes, you can.
Delisimir is going to say, well, I'll be damned, that's George Reynolds.
You see George tilts his head. That sounds like a mighty familiar voice.
Well, Lusamir, do you know this gentleman?
Oh, she used to have my poster on her wall, as I recall.
Yeah, that's one way to say it. Delisimir explains that she does indeed know George Reynolds. In fact, for a short while, they adventured together. And he would, in fact, know how to get, or at least who her party is, and possibly how to get a hold of them.
What? Oh, you know Lusamir. So, by the way, I'm Ari. You are George Reynolds, I take it.
That's right. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure indeed. So anyway, you know Lusamir? Do you know Lusamir's friends?
By reputation, mostly. We did a job together once or twice, sometimes on the opposite ends of the job. You know, business is business. Always had professional respect for the lot of them.
I see. Okay, so well, there's one thing that we're not in common. I'm not much of a mercenary. But yeah, you wouldn't happen to know how to get a hold of any of them, would you? Or where we
Quite the
might find them?
quite the ways away from the lot of them. Most of them over there on the Sword Coast, or other traveling parties. A few of them, I believe, are still a bit of the rolling souls that they be. Do believe her dear old sister is currently in an unplottable location, depending on whether or not she's attending her courtly duties.
How would George Reynolds know that they're sisters?
I think the last time we met, the two of you had kind of separated.
I don't think
And,
so.
well, so the last time was the time we were fighting the fire giants. Remember if you would have been. When did you guys separate?
We separated right before the storm giants.
Right before the storm
Um,
giants?
I will say it's possible. Like Tira gave his name to her grandfather to hire occasionally, so it's possible he's been in touch there.
Yeah. So it was likely he would have probably would have gotten further information about the rest of the group because Tyr wouldn't have kept quiet about anything to him.
That's true.
No.
Because I have, on occasion, however, been had my services rendered to a family member of the party and worked alongside of one, which sometimes, unfortunately, the fair wizard Zin is not the kind that likes to be called upon. He's rather the type like that prefers to call upon. However, if he does in fact get in touch with me about another job, I would be most happy to pass along a message.
Delisimir's brief feeling of euphoria drops into despair again.
Well, I mean, Lusamir was just trying to let her friends know what happened to her. So you're Jin. Does he or she have a name? You know
Oh, my
about?
Jin. Yes, my Jin is Kataraya. She is female at the time. The most Jinn are rather fluid in that aspect. Take which form they prefer. Got prefers the female form. Last several years, you see a wispy figure begins to form out of his bracelet, and kind of like Tinkerbell size sits upon his shoulder.
Althea
Oh,
says, that's pretty cool. Can yours do that?
I don't know. Listener, can you come out? You want to come out and say hi to everybody? Since, instead of just us talking about you?
Delissamir strains against the bonds of her confinement.
You strain for that moment you can't get out. The Jinn on George Reynolds' shoulder puts her hand in front of her face and blows, and this sprinkle of glittering starlight flows forward across the path into the bracelet, and you feel your bind just loosen enough for you to materialize yourself for a little bit. Now,
Delissamir,
normally you'd need the help of your person you are bonded to for that, but I thought I might give you a little push today.
Well, how would I help her with that?
Well, generally you enter into a small contract with your Jinn, sort of not unlike a warlock's patronage system, and you give her energy as she gives you. It becomes this symbiotic relationship. Lets her get a few extra things out of her bindings, because she's also then in turn in tune binded with you.
I see.
Though he kind of looks you up and down for a moment. Though, judged by your countenance, I assume you to be of the paladin variety. Possible you might be able to feed a bit of your natural magics into the bracelet to give her the bit of boost she needs to come out every once in a while.
I'm pretty sure that I can do something like that, yes. Perhaps.
George looks at you. Delismir, you're kind of standing in Ari's palm right now.
mm-hmm.
George just kind of looks at you, tips his hat. Mr. Delismir, it is a pleasure to see you again.
She's like crying. She's like, it is so nice to see a familiar face.
Afraid most of your friends are concerned that you might have bought the ticket, punched your way up into that old stage up in the sky, as it were.
George, if I could pay you myself, I'd pay you to go tell my friends and correct them on that assumption.
Honey, you couldn't afford me.
What? I thought you were a mercenary.
I am.
Remember how much he was looking for when
I don't remember how much he was looking for in the
Very
previous.
expensive.
I don't remember. Yeah.
If he was in the thousands.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
Briar has like 3,000 gold, and I don't think that's enough.
I was just thinking when George Reynolds first met the group, he was chasing a 50,000 gold piece.
Bounty?
Yeah, the bounty on Nyla was ridiculous.
It was about 50, yeah. Fauna's was like 10. So, yeah.
The
So, yeah.
Lismir just kind of sinks a little bit.
Oh, honey, don't you worry. If the old man Zim gets in touch with me, I will be happy to pass along a message. No charges. It doesn't take me out of my way for nothing.
Yeah, but what are the odds of that?
Well, depends on the old man, I suppose. If you really wanted to get in touch with your friends, though, why don't you just grant a wish?
She looks up at Ari.
So a wish. Now, my
Yeah,
dad is a much more intelligent person than, well, I'm sorry, but probably than most of us here. He's a great wizard, you see, and he warned me about wishes.
see, George just kind of shrugs in. Jin's a Jin. About able to grant a wish just about anything they can possibly think of. That'll be her best bet on that.
But wishes extract great tolls.
That they do.
Althea seems to have a light bulb go off over her head. But she stays quiet for now.
You see, kind of regards you for a moment, and he tilts his head towards his Jin, and they seem to have a private conversation telepathically for a moment. Goes, Mr. Lismere, if you could grant your own wish, what would you wish for right now?
To be freed of this bracelet and return to my old life.
About what I reckoned it would probably be. Figured you done got bamboozled by your old partner, didn't you?
I sure was betrayed.
And he lights up his own cigar over here. Y'all don't mind if I smoke here in the Zen garden, do you?
Althea says no.
Go ahead.
Takes a puff from it and actually kind of reaches in. I'm so sorry. Where are my manners? Would either of you like one?
Yeah, no, thank you.
Althea says no.
He back in his coat. All my time here with my partner, I've learned a couple things about these here Jen. Got their own sets of rules on things, their own way to get things done. Typically, there's one major way a Jin grants their own wish, and that's by completing a trifecta of sorts, completing the wishes of several beings that are bound in together. My bet with you is that he granted the wishes of every member of your party, and by doing that, he was granted himself one little trick, one little wish. He got the old switcheroo on you. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that ain't what you're looking for. Get out.
No.
Well, then, what you're looking for, I'm afraid, is something might bit more dangerous. In order for a Jinn to grant its own wish, it needs to have that wish come from some other place. But if you could do so, you had a method with which to cast a wish spell or some sort of item that could grant a wish. The Jinn makes the wish. Then the Jinn gets to circumvent any and all the rules of the wish, catches itself in a feedback loop. You feel me?
So we need to find someone powerful enough to cast Wish.
You need to find someone or something that can grant a wish. That's right. Unfortunately, Jinns can't grant the wishes of other Jinns, one of them hard locked rules. Apologies on that. There is a way. You could find some such. You might just be able to get yourself out of that there bracelet.
She nods and kind of sits down.
You feel the magic that's letting you materialize beginning to fade. You know you don't have much more time outside.
She doesn't fight against it.
Okay.
So listen, Mayor, you should be happy. This is another possibility here. Remember, I know a great wizard.
She just kind of sits there.
Dulismir slowly fades out of you, being pulled back into the.
Well,
Maybe I should just wish for her release. But how do I do that in a way that doesn't get me or my friends caught up?
Wouldn't recommend trying that. Trying to wish a gin free is a very dangerous proposition. Best case, you're just gonna get yourself flipped in there, switching places with her. Worst case situation, the toll to release such would kill you in a way that ain't no resurrection magic gonna bring it back.
Yeah, that great cost of wishes that I've heard about.
So it has. My other recommendation to you is, even though Mr. Lismere does not look like she is one to partake of the family games, make sure she does not uh, ignore any summons of the Gin Queen. She can get mighty upset at impropriety.
I will make sure to bring it up to her.
He nods his head, goes to finish his cigar. I wish you luck on your endeavors there, Mr. Ari. Time I knew Delismere was much different than she is now, much more happy to be on the outside. I hope she finds that again. And he will offer his hand out for a handshake.
Ari grasps it firmly.
Gives shakes your hand, gives you a nod, turns over to you, Althea. Miss Althea, I believe that concludes such business that we had.
I believe it does. And now for a drink.
Are you still gonna have a drink with me?
I said I would.
He smiles. Well, since you won, I guess the drinks are on me.
She smiles back.
Come on, we'll share war stories about sword fights we've been in.
That sounds like a good time.
Cool. Also, you may add into your character description that you have a scar on your probably would be your right bicep from a duel with George Reynolds.
All right.
Cool. Any other last minute things here for this night?
Can I try to see if Lizette will let me just have a drink?
Roll a persuasion check.
It came to my mind, and I'm like, I just want to try. Fuck.
10. She's like, nope, I've seen enough of my blood outside tonight.
It's not like you'd be seeing it outside of yourself.
I am a little bit wondering how my massage went.
Depends on how Briar reacted when she got to the happy ending part.
Besides being thoroughly surprised, I actually would think she would have gone along with it after being surprised.
Mm-hmm. A little bit later, after your massage ends, you come out, with a big fluffy robe on. About the same time that Arena comes out after her psychic massage.
Oh,
Okay.
Arena would have tried to have it go all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get a seduction roll from that too?
Do you want one?
I assume that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's we'll do one for Briar. We'll do one for Arena.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
What?
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
whose is that? Whose is
God.
that?
That's Briar's.
Follow?
That's Briar.
Oh no!
Briar is now cursed to be stalked
pretty
by a
bad.
yokel.
By a shape-shifting yokel,
She
which
has
I believe
never had
is some kind of demon. I want to
That
say.
is one of the handmaidens of the goddess
Of
Loth.
Loth. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
That's pretty wild.
Ah.
That's as bad as the box that Rowan got that would drag him to hell. That was
Oh
also
Yeah.
good,
god.
There's another one I've seen before where you get marked by a demon lord to kill you.
That's terrifying.
That's pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, this is the plot of It Follows.
Yeah,
much,
it is. Yeah.
Don't worry, the next person you sleep with you'll pass the curse to them, then you'll be fine.
Yeah, except she's never having sex again, apparently.
Oh,
Put a line
fuck.
that can't, in good conscience, pass that.
You don't know you're cursed.
Yeah, not yet. Yeah.
Okay, let's do arenas. There we go. Arena gets her own section of erotic novels that are psychic poetry that passes
Actually-
through the Thrykeens.
I will like to flavor this is that she makes a sonnet about this. Because of the
Arena
fact
does?
that she's had sex with Thrykreen before. So her experiences with them kind of comes into like almost a psychic song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go with that.
Yeah. So Thrykreen everywhere can understand the power of someone who isn't there to eat them, but to eat out them.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Concern.
Wow.
Throw the innuendos right out the window there, Brian. Not even be
No,
subtle with it.
no, never. Why would I be? Arena's not subtle.
Cool. Yeah, Arena, you see Briar come out of her massage room. Looking thoroughly de-stressed.
Yeah. Get some mead at the bar. Sit down.
Arena will just come out, stretch the wings, and just goes, "Oh, honestly, you should definitely go for one of those. It clear out all of your mind, and then you can clear out your friend afterwards."
That seems like a reasonable response. What?
I've had my time with Thrykeeen before. They're a very misunderstood race. There's also a lot of handsy stuff that they can do. They got little bits on them.
Uh-huh. So that's really what we want in a massage.
Oh yeah.
She is bright red.
I mean, that's besides the point. How was yours?
It was really good.
That's good.
Very good
Just good to hear.
massage.
Yeah. She'll look at the tavern keep and just go, how easy would it be for you to send out a letter to someone and be able to get it back to me afterwards?
You want me to send a letter out to someone and then bring the letter back to you, or you mean like to get a response back?
Get a response back. It doesn't have to be a letter. It could be like a sending or something.
Oh, ascending. Well, if you want to head up to the Rambles, then up there, you can find one of the mages up there. They'd be more than happy to help you with ascending. They do for that for about 5 gold apiece.
I can easily do that. Thank you very much. And she'll go up there.
You know, Rambles across town.
Oh, rambles across town?
Yeah, it's up in the Crow's Keep.
Perfect. Arena is going to grab her stuff. I'm just like, I'll be back in about 15, 20 minutes.
No, you won't.
I'll just have my mead.
I'll be
Maybe
back,
she'll
don't worry.
Maybe she'll hang out with Althea and George if they come out here.
They probably will.
Yeah, you probably see them out there at another table drinking. Unless Ari went and joined them too.
Go sit with them.
Yeah. Arena will fly up to the Crow's Keep and the Ramble. And she will pay the 5 gold.
Mhm.
And she would like to have the person send a sending to Avon.
Okay.
She'd like to say, Dad, it's your daughter. I'm safe. I need to know if you are as well. I'm sorry, but we have to take care of a few things first. Just let me know you're okay and where you are.
The old wizard with his long beard that has a bunch of little pirate trinkets in it takes your 5 gold. You write down your spell or your message to him. He does send and goes, I'm afraid I have good news and bad news. And he slides the 5 gold back over.
What's the bad news?
Bad news is that it looks at the thing. Your father is currently under warded glyphs that make communicating with him rather impossible.
Tell me.
Good news is the sending spell didn't work because he's still alive. Usually the first time I try to do a sending spell on someone and it fails, it's because they're dead. But that's not the case here. He's most certainly alive. I can feel the warded glyphs that force it back.
All right. She'd like to quick look inside of his leather journal and anything towards the back of it that would possibly give her any other people she could send a message to.
Okay.
And she knows about Alessa, but she doesn't know her last name.
Don't know Alessa's last name. The only other one in the books, that you think might work would be what's the name of the kobold detective?
Would be fuck. I mean, that would also work, but there may be a few other names that may be in there that could be related to what he also used to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want me to do like an investigation in the book?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No.
6.
Okay.
You don't know.
Then yeah, she'll pay her, give back the 5 and just go. Then I'd like to go ahead and send out a message to it was like Catch or something like that.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't know me. I'm Avon's daughter. I need to know if he's okay and where he's being held at. I hope that I can get to him to get him out, but I can't at the moment. If you can, let them know I'm okay and that I'm sorry for everything.
Cool. The wizard takes it down, sends it, sent off. Madam, if you would like to leave your location while you be here on Leviathan and your name, when I get a response back, I shall forward it to you via another sending.
I'll be staying over at the tavern that's over there on the
Gold Gardens.
The Gold Gardens.
Understood. All right, we'll take that
And
there.
it would be under Arena.
Very good then.
Well, that's cool. Thank you for your help. As I'll go back and then slide up right next to Briar. See, I told you I wouldn't be gone that long.
Cool. The last thing I will ask for the night before we wrap is, does Althea hook up with George Reynolds?
It depends on how smooth talking George is.
Smooth as silk.
Brian just
Please make it
said
happen, make it
join
happen,
the
make
two
it
of you
happen.
too, so.
I don't remember how good of
Roll the
charisma
cock
he.
block. Kira totally would have if she hadn't been in 2 relationships already. She didn't need
Yeah,
a third
Yeah.
complication.
I don't
The
think.
only
I don't
has a
think so.
12 persuasion. Persuasion's only +4.
I don't think so.
Damn.
They just swap stories
Okay.
and drinks.
Though I bet he could handle the It Follows demon. But no. If anybody could survive that, it's him. Although
It's Brandon's
he would
sleepy time.
just pass it along.
Alright, that is where we call it for the night as you guys prepare for the next day in which you will board the Osiris or the Osprey once again and head north towards the northern continent.
Alright, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of the people that have been watching the streams recently and eagerly keeping up with the YouTube videos. Make sure you leave a like, a comment, a follow, a subscription, whatever your fancy. Make sure you join the Discord to keep up to date with art announcements and shenanigans. And we will probably see you next week. So, say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Yeah, everybody.